Strawberry summertime, strawberry summertime. Will you just last forever, forever? Strawberry summertime, strawberry summertime, strawberry summertime, strawberry
Are we wasting all our younger years, living up to the rules? Lately I've been thinking different, dear. Then you say, what's the use? Whoa, what should we do with this hopeless world? And I know we'll never fix it with empty words. Dystopia, you got my heart running with the times we're living in. Dystopia, my blood keeps rushing with the fireplace within. Oh, the people wearing their disguise, they hide behind the doors.
Let me be something. You wanna give me your hand. If I ain't your girlfriend, I won't let go of your hand. Disappointed, 'cause you'll never see me. I'm better than you think of you. You're not very simple, you. Hold me till the waist, baby, touch me. On my skin, will you love me? Let me be something that you never imagined. Hold me till the waist, baby, touch me. On my skin, will you love me? Something that you never imagined, imagined. Let me be something. You wanna give me your better than you think you. You're not very simple, you. Hold me to the waist, baby, touch me on my skin, please love me. Let me feel something like another imagine. Hold me to the waist, baby, touch me on my skin, or just love me. Something that you never imagine. Focus, my soul is blooming. Finally, I'm through pain. Yeah, know what I'm doing. Never looking for a gain. Just like Kid Cudi, going to my own drum. Don't call me nerdy, but for me it's all glum. I'm making music, you want some. I'm making music, turn it on. Focus, don't sleep, my dreams are reality. Focus, dive in life's urgency. Focus, don't sleep, my dreams are reality. Dive in life's urgency.
Go! 2022 GSL Season 2. Africa TV, Freak Up Studio, live. 2022 GSL Season 2.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another day of the GSL Codex. We're going to go into Group E before we move on into the round of 10.
Group E? The last group? I'm excited. We have Maru playing today.
I can tell her.
Yeah.
You seem really
No,
excited.
I am very excited.
Yes.
But yeah, we have Maru playing. That's what I'm mostly excited about.
Yeah, Maru, probably going to be one of the survivors of this group. We've got Creator Keen and Solar as well here.
I wasn't actually counting Creator as part of the group. In my mind, he's already like top 4.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm a little bit worried. You know, we've had a couple big players drop out early on. I guess that happens every season, but some of the biggest names ever, like Rogue, already eliminated here. Creator, of course, the guy that honestly performed very well in the last finals. Didn't manage to win the whole thing, but I think inspired a lot of players, especially people who've been grinding in StarCraft for a long time and haven't achieved the goals they wanted to achieve yet. You know, he kind of represents all of the late bloomers, the people that had to put in the hard work. And it was exciting to see him get this far and perform as well as he did. And so hopefully he does get out of this group, but we've had some big upsets so far. You think he's going to get out no matter what?
No matter what. He's, like, I mean, his storyline is too good. And, like, you can tell the reason that Rogue fell out is because he used up all of his luck against Creator.
Yeah.
Creator was meant to win that final. So I think that Creator is going to be back with passion and fury.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I'm looking forward to watching him really wreck this group.
I will tell you, man, thinking back on that finals, that was rough watching Creator lose in that last game.
Yeah.
The, like, 3 minutes
The one
before
where
he knew it was done
leave.
and just did not exit the game yet. So, yeah, it's going to be fun to see how he performs. We do have Keen in the group as well. I think he might be the first player to get knocked out, but I welcome some upsets.
Yeah, I would love to see Keen do well. Keen is like, he is a player that can cause an upset. You know, one of those seasons where Maru ended up winning. In fact, I believe it was the first season he ended up winning. Keen actually had him in the decider match of the first round group.
Right.
And then ended up losing. But, like, I mean, when he comes out and plays his best, it's capable of beating just about everybody. So
seems like it.
Like, you know, let's not completely count him out, but it's a tough first match against the god himself, Creator. And then Solar has been very good lately, and of course Maru is Maru, right?
Right.
So this is a great group.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting day here. Solar, again, always so solid, so stable here. Champion of the Tastes LAN party. Never forget.
Yeah, yeah.
World champion, actually. Move that up in ranks here.
Yeah, but you're right. There have been a lot of upsets. Rogue and Gumiho, champions. Zest and Byun, champions.
Right.
By the way, you heard that Zest retired now.
Yeah, well, I mean.
But it was, like, announced today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he, like, left his team and everything, so.
Yeah, well, we'll see if he's back here a couple seasons
no,
later.
you're right.
He's done this a couple
He'll be in
times,
season
Artosis.
3. Yeah.
This is a thing where pro gamers go, all right, that's it, I'm done. And then, like, 3 seasons later, they're still here, and I'm like, okay, am I?
Yeah,
I didn't make that memory up, right?
No.
I know humans do that sometimes, but.
We're 4 or 5 seasons after Zest said it was his last season right
Yeah.
now. So maybe you're right.
So if he's actually not here in season 3 and then not here next year, then I'll.
Dude,
I'll
look
consider
at
it.
Creator's graph right now,
Yeah, that's
man.
crazy. Just an
He's shooting-
explosion.
Yeah, no, this is like, he's shooting up faster than inflation, Tasteless. Look at this.
Yeah, it seems like he's really hit his stride, so to speak, here. And again, you know, for those of you who've only been watching for a year or two, we do get new people that you discover GSL still. You know, Creator had a pretty big boom at the very start of StarCraft 2 and was basically always getting knocked out early on. And it was kind of this theme throughout, you know, I'd say 8 or 9 years of StarCraft 2 for GSL was like, Creator is obviously good enough to make it into GSL. Many players never get that far, but he would be eliminated almost always in the first round, periodically in the second round. So, you know, for him to get to the finals last year is exciting. And obviously, you know, he wants that watermark to go even higher here and take home a GSL championship. Keep in mind, Rogue's been eliminated this season. That threat is gone. And so now Creator's back. He's here to try to maneuver his way back up to the top of GSL. But his first opponent in Group E is going to be Keen.
Yeah, let's see what Keen has here. Sometimes Keen busts out some really interesting off-the-wall play. Not sure what he's going to bring, but if Creator plays anywhere near his level of last season, this should be a victory for him.
Yeah, it should be an interesting match overall here. Creator really did seem to find his own voice, his own play style as well. We're going to see if he's improved on that, and I think we're going to talk about this a little bit more when we actually get into the game, but PvT seems to be in a meta shift right now. Anyways, guys, let's go to map 1 on Blackburn.
I came for war.
Team NV, Creator. Kwangdong Freaks, Keen.
Okay, so before we get too far into this, I just want to talk about something that started at the start of the season, and that began with Hero. Hero really, and he showed, hints of this in seasons before, but I think it really stuck with everybody at the start of the season. Is he changed these approach that a lot of Protosses were using in PvT. In the past, we saw Protosses basically play more defensive than the Terran, and they kind of played almost a little bit of a Zerg role, kind of expanding a little bit earlier, not necessarily taking the whole map, and then trying to get like Immortals, getting Disruptors, getting Colossus, getting Storm, trying to get this big sophisticated army and trying to take fights there. And a lot of times it was Terrans dropping everywhere, and some pushes. But what Hero started doing was just making mass stalkers and occasionally, why am I suddenly forgetting the name of this unit? Oracles, excuse me.
Oh yeah, are you talking about PvT or PvZ right now?
PvT here.
Oh, okay.
And would basically out-expand the Terran and just engage with them constantly and trade, and then win the fight that way. And it looks a lot more like what a StarCraft 1 PvT is, where the Protoss just tries to grow and tries to just, trade and win with a lot of finesse, and then, if they're not going to win it, they run back. And I don't know if Creator's going to play like that here, but if we do start to see it, that would be very interesting, because that would mean last season's GSL finalist is also adopting that style of play.
Well, I think one thing about Creator, it's a 3-rack so keen, but one thing about Creator is that I think he's more motivated right now than probably every single player in GSL. I would actually, maybe other than Estrella, right? Estrella did get eliminated already.
Yeah.
But, when you look at it, there's a bunch of people like Creator that don't really see themselves, I think, as having a shot to win and haven't for a long time. Players like Keen, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a bunch of players who have won a bunch of times, right? And it's hard to keep your motivation there. Whereas with Creator, he has recently come into this new, much higher skill level and is performing there. So, yeah, in my mind, I think that he is probably way more motivated, training really hard and being, just kind of sponging in everything that's happening.
Yeah. Stim on the way. You had talked about this a little bit earlier on, Artosis, but Keen actually going for 3 racks, which honestly I didn't expect him to do that.
No.
I don't feel like this is necessarily tailored to the map either, by the way. This is just like a good pushing build here. If Creator is at all greedy, he will be punished. But at the same time, we have a War Prism coming. We have what looks like Disruptor tech here.
Yeah.
So I feel like Creator, he's going to be probably doing his own timing push here. But it seems like what Creator's doing is just going to be good against this anyways.
Yeah.
This can happen in StarCraft where you have some grander plan, but the other player's build order just happens, their build order also has big plans, but also happens to directly counter yours.
Yeah.
And so I feel like this should probably be a pretty straightforward game. If the Disruptor shots connect,
well,
that's it.
I think it's even more straightforward than that because his Observer came in
Colossus,
right as the Robo was, the support phase was finishing, and he went Colossus.
Yeah.
I guarantee you he was planning on Disruptor first.
Yeah.
But there's no reason to go Disruptor here because, like you said, you're like, if any of the shots connect, he's good to go.
Yeah. But what
Whereas
if
you
just
make Colossus,
yeah.
You're good to go, right? He's even getting the Prism speed because it's not like there's going to be a Viking. He can actually do Colossus drops here and just whittle everything down as well. His build is so well suited for absolutely destroying Keen here. He is. I look at this, and it just looks so good for Creator.
Yeah, this is going to be rough, dude. It is funny, we don't see this that often, the 3 racks play. It does feel like a little bit of an older build. We haven't seen a lot of Keen in StarCraft 2.
Yeah.
At least on GSL. I mean, he's still around, of course. But now here's the problem with not having a medevac. Turning this into a War of the Worlds movie here.
Yeah, look at this. It's just so one-sided.
Yeah.
Already he's burned so many Marines. And what are you going to do? He's
I mean, there's probably not much.
For nothing, for some shields. Hasn't even taken hull damage.
Yeah. And, the edges of the map, are wide enough that he can actually just, move away.
Even, like, taking this much damage to Colossus, you just bring it home now. And you have, like, he's going to have 3 Colossus with, like, Thermal Lance, and then anything else. And then you're just sitting here, and you've lost so much bio already.
Oh,
you know,
dude.
This is just as
gonna
bad
get
as
away,
you can
too? It's still going to get away. Not quite. No, not quite. My bad. Sorry, guys. Let you all down.
Well, I'm glad that
Sorry, everybody.
Keen gets himself on the board here.
Yeah.
So far, trading.
He's got a kill. That's good.
Yeah, an SCV and 15 Marines going for an observer. No gas loss by Keen.
Yeah.
So that's nice. No
That's
gas
exciting.
loss.
Yeah.
Right. Look at the amount of gas loss. 75 more gas loss for Creator.
So, you know, the issue now for Keen is that his whole build order was just to make a bunch of infantry, and basically the Colossus just slaughtered tons of the infantry. Keep in mind, it wasn't killed off, so it's going to be another fight again. Now, Keen hasn't wavered in his plans, but basically it means that his push is going to be weaker. There's just going to be less stuff to attack with.
Yeah, like, if it was anything like kind of gateway-based or very greedy, then Keen's build does pretty well against it, right? Like, we see through your X-Play do pretty well if you're doing something like 2-gate blink third base.
Yeah.
But in this situation, the amount that Creator is ahead, in my mind, this game is over.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I hate calling games early, but Creator has such an absurd advantage. He's already going into Disruptor Tech. He's already taking his gold base, Blink, Forge, upgrading, like, and Keen's walking out for the first time with this little bio ball. Like, at this point in the game, you're supposed to be up like 30 army supplies, Terran.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, and I think you're right, Artosis, by the way, to call it. And again, I don't like doing that either because, you know, it's not as exciting. But I mean, this is, I think, one of the more straightforward games we've had here. Unless we see Protoss really screw up somehow and take a lot of damage, I don't see exactly how you can recover. So he's got 2 Colossus. I saw at least 2 Disruptors. There might be more Robotech here as well. And I think he's going to take the gold base, wait for the Terran to take a third base. Actually, I'm sorry, Terran already took a third base. And then attack out.
Yeah. It's such a tough game here for Keen, and I'm trying to think of how he's going to go about it. He's making Vikings now. So it's not like a bad idea to go Vikings, but this shows that he's going for an army to hopefully be able to combat Creator's army. I felt like maybe trying to outmaneuver him and get a drop off in the main or something might be a slightly higher percentage chance, but let's see what he can get done. Stim's in here to the natural.
Yeah, it looks like there's actually just enough over here as well. And so I think at this point in time, it's going to be up to the Protoss to just box the Terran back. By the way, these DTs coming in here. I don't know when Keen's going to catch on either. This is actually even more one-sided than I thought it was going to be to start the game out here. Keen's already going to be forced to have his army come back. That could lead Creator into a position where he wants to then try to come in here on a push for the third base, since everything's going to have to come back home to defend. That was 13 SCV kills, by the way.
My God. Yeah. Now, I mean, Creator's just like warping in whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't honestly even matter. He's just got so much. Double Forges going, another Nexus in the top left. I mean, do you have any chance? Maybe you have a chance to hold this because there's like a good amount of siege tanks there.
Yeah, well, this isn't a planetary either. I feel like with the next Zealot warp in, he's probably going to go for it.
Yeah, he's got an Archon in here. He can throw down a Guardian shield. Like,
okay, here we go. Charge should be done. I didn't see if that actually got upgraded, but
not the best angle to come in from, honestly. Comes forward, and he's losing his Colossi. They did stand like right on top of a missile turret. So ends up losing quite a bit there. Really a terrible engagement from Creator, but not sure that that's going to matter. Like, he needs to do like 2 or 3 really terrible engagements. And then just comes in after like basically losing everything.
GG.
Yeah.
Creator wins that.
That was
not the most complicated game, honestly. That looked like just one player being a lot stronger than the other, which is, I think, basically what this matchup is.
It was a big part of it, though, as well, I think, was like build orders, right?
Yeah.
Creator sent an observer over right away. And like, even with the Disruptor, he's way ahead, but then he pivoted into Colossi. And I mean, that's just, it's like a build order win. Like, as soon as we see he's going over there with Colossus and Speed Prism, you can't do it. You don't have any tech. You have Marines and Marauders with stim. You're done. That's it.
Weird old build from Keen too. You know, not a lot of I think advanced ideas at play there. But keep in mind, Creator is the hot Protoss right now. You know what I mean? Maybe Keen has a lot of success with builds like that. Maybe, you know, other Protosses get a little bit too fancy or greedy with their third bases, and that's worked before.
We have seen Kieran Beyond busting out 3 Raxes lately a little bit, right? So maybe he's taken a page out of their books. You know, Kieran actually killed Trap with a 3 Rax on Thursday, right? So I think he won that game.
I think so.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he did. He just barely busted his third base. But, you know, he gets a little bit unlucky here. We'll see if he can do better in the next map.
So we're going to go to 2,000 atmospheres here for Game 2. Creator versus Keen continues on.
Just drinking water, taste.
Kurtosis. Scared me with that sound.
Team NV, Creator. Guangdong Freaks, Keen.
Okay, so Creator didn't show that new style that Hero showed back there. I don't know if we're going to have anybody but Hero keep doing that for a little while here. Creator. So I'm trying to show the audience I can read. See, guys?
He did a great job.
See? So fun to have audiences back in here again. We got a lot of people in here. Seems like the studio, every day we have a broadcast, there's more people in here than the time before, which is great.
Yeah, you're actually right about that. We definitely have been having it fill up a bit more. Also, I mean, Maru's playing today, and he's probably the most
man. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming down, guys. This is, it's so good just to have an audience down here again. What were you saying, Artosis?
I don't know.
Okay.
Not sure. I was just talking with you.
Okay.
I just kind of go on autopilot talking with you, Tasteless.
Yeah, me too, sometimes. I remember what I was saying. Okay, so, you know, Creator didn't show that new style. Part of that's because the build order was very different. Keep in mind that build order was actually intended to basically be a disruptor timing attack, like a push where you do some damage and then you come out later.
Yeah,
but then he saw it, he's like, oh, I can just make a Colossus. This isn't complicated.
Honestly, I think it wasn't a bad idea because when you think of Keen, he oftentimes uses some really highly technical builds, you know, where you might do like an earlier push, and something like speed disruptor drop. Like if you blow up like one technical unit that he has, like let's say he's going for some sort of weird Cyclone Viking type opener, right? You can just basically stop it before it starts, and then he catches that build and just smashes. Ooh, a nice little cancel there into Twilight.
That's cool. So this is where you're basically punishing the player. Since they did scout you, you're like, all right, I'm going to do something totally different. You might be going off in the wrong direction now. But the tech's later, so there is that problem with that. If they do happen to counter it, you're not in a great spot.
All right. I mean, this is like a very old technique to cancel with a scout and go down another tech route. Now let's see. Yeah, see this? It's like there's a Cyclone being made, and is that necessarily good against Blinkstalkers? No. In fact, just no. It's not good against Blinkstalkers. So it seems like Creator is going to trick him up a little bit. Now, is that going to be something that forces like a game ending? Not so sure about that. But definitely there's potential here for like some sort of punish, right? Like if you move across the map and try to cancel a third and then Blinkstalkers are there that you are not expecting, that's going to be rough.
Okay, so to be honest, when I saw the cancel, I thought, oh, maybe he's going to go for like GT or something crazy like that. But this is like a very safe, normal way to play the game here, basically.
Yeah, it's like not a super optimized build, obviously, because he canceled into it, but it's very solid.
You know, honestly, man, I imagine that last game went so well for Creator that I think from Creator's perspective, you say, okay, I don't have to do anything fancy. Let's just do like a very normal modern build and play it out. Because keep in mind, when you're creator, and this is only going to be true for a couple of the players here, but the people that actually get to the finals repeatedly, creator has the sights to get there again this season. You don't want to bring out the very, very best stuff you have against a player that you can beat doing a lot of more basic things, right?
Yeah. Like, creator is very likely to have to play Maru today.
Correct.
So
almost certainly he'll be playing Maru unless we have some real plot twists here today. And so when you have two Terrans in the group and one is like way better than the other, yeah, I think that you just keep it really basic in this game.
And honestly, basic play, if you're way better, is a great way to end up winning.
It's like a super simple, straightforward common chess opener, right? And then you're going to save the really crazy moves that you're going to do later on when you're against opponents that you really have to do new stuff, try to catch them off guard. So we do have a Dark Shrine coming and War Prism coming.
It's fun. It's fun, Tasteless, having you use the chess metaphor when all you do is fianchetto bishops and jump backwards with your horses. That's really cool to hear you act like you do anything other than those two things.
We do play chess before the show, guys. This is true. So, Stim is going to finish up here. We might see some actual movement here from the Terran after that.
I kind of like the Immortal, Immortal into Dark Shrine here, by the way.
Watching. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, diving pretty hard there.
Yeah.
But I like this type of build where the DT, it's like a macro DT where we'll see what they get done and they're going to be like kind of useful, but he actually has like a pretty solid army behind it as well.
Yeah, he does.
So it's like there's like a little bit of risk here, but not as much as like a straightforward DT rush.
This drop over here from Protoss could be pretty big. I see two medevacs moving north on the map. They're pretty far away, and there are stalkers to create threats over here at the front. Dude, this is already 9 kills on workers.
Yeah. Leaves one down there. Smart move.
Yeah, baits a scan out, saves that.
Yeah, pretty sick.
Now, I think he could just recall back here with his army and protect this.
Well, he's pretty close anyways, so... comes right up, has to be a little bit careful here, but I don't think he's going to lose the Nexus. Seems like he just has enough. That little blink to the side. The DT's coming in for a little bit of a flank as well.
Nicely done.
And yeah, I mean, Creator is doing a fantastic job right now. He's up a good 18 workers. He's on 3 mining base against 2. Charging +1 on the way. Plenty of Immortals. Like, he's got that DT tech, so, that's obviously something that's annoying, but he can also just make a couple Archons. Just solidify his army a little bit more.
Yeah.
Looking great. Like, this is such good standard basic stuff. Like, Creator has some little flares in the play, so it's not like this is like, oh, this is a build order everyone uses or something like that. That's not what I'm trying to say, but like his moves are so like principled, I guess.
Sure.
That it's like giving me chills, because it's like, oh, this is just good StarCraft.
Yeah, he's just very much on top of his game here. Looks like he's going to try to outrun this scan here. This DT's going to go down. I'm making up for that observer that got away earlier. Now, looks like there's going to be a push up here at the 3rd. I just feel like right now Creator's basically ready for it. Some very straightforward StarCraft games so far here tonight, Artosis.
Yeah. Now, Keen is not dead or anything. He is running around trying to get some things done. Does a little mine drop at the 3rd base location. Creator sees it. Pulls back. Yeah,
that went a little bit better than I think everybody expected there for that mine drop. But again, I don't think Creator's in a bad spot. No. We are having the 3rd command center about halfway finished here. Looks like it's being built in the main. And so he needs to eventually take that and start to actually match the Protoss here. But it doesn't seem like he's actually really damaged Protoss in any kind of meaningful way with his 2-base powering.
Yeah, and I think that a big part of that is the way that Creator's playing this, right? Like, he did a little bit of harassment, but overall he's playing a kind of defensive game. He has 4 Immortals, which is not super common, but it adds such a backbone. Now, if he had gone up to 4 base, I think Keen could have done a lot of damage.
Yeah.
But the way he's zoning out his 3-base defense is, like, really masterful. It's really fantastically done.
Yeah.
And as he gets into splash damage, he can simply start to expand a little bit more. And
Right.
I don't think he's going to be breakable. Like, this is, again, like, what we're watching is just such solid fundamentals, great decision-making, and just solid everything else from Creator. And it's, like, this is some of the most fearsome stuff in StarCraft, is doing all these smaller things correctly.
Yeah, I totally agree. So the third base is now being taken. He's got it. We are going to have the moment where Creator, and it looks like it's not going to be yet here because Terran's going to attack again here, but there is going to be the moment where it's going to be pretty tempting to hit this third base. It's about 40 supply away from maxing out. Oh, that's funny. He just got out of position. He just sort of had this naked expand, and so that's a pretty big win there for Keen. There is another base being taken at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, look at that. The mine guarding the other location, so he just makes it way on the side. That's kind of interesting. Didn't expect to see something like that here.
Yeah, well, a base that's sticking out that far is also at risk of being hit again, you know, being forced to cancel.
Now, the fourth base obviously going to be somewhat important here for Creator, but he's in a solid position no matter what. Like, his army is very, very strong right now. Keen not looking bad, though, I think. Like, he's being pretty active. Denying that base has to feel good. He has mines in 2 different locations, and he definitely does not know about the new fourth base spot. So we'll see when he figures that out.
So they're going to come up now and try to hit this 3 o'clock. Oh, I'm sorry, does Terran not actually know about the third base? I guess he knows now.
Yeah, no, he definitely did not.
And I meant fourth base when I said that.
Yeah, no, I know. But yeah, now that he goes over the mines, like, this is such an easy cancel. So now this is starting to look a lot better for Keen than it did before, but this is a scary army.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried here still for Keen, but I think if Keen can survive this attack, he's going to be okay. But he has to survive this attack first and foremost. And I just don't see very much here to help out. Again, the Colossi doing so much damage in the back. The Vikings coming in, but not before, you know, there's been so much killed off here. Now, the tanks have been eliminated. And I think, you know, honestly, Creator a little bit disjointed here. 25 SCV kills. There's more inbound here as well.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit of a sloppy second half here, but I do think the Creator may just have the numbers to close it out. We're going to see in a second.
Yeah, I think that Creator's pretty good here. This is, like, not a great angle he's going in. Oh my god, that disruption shot is so insane. But he's going to be able to get through everything. The 4 Immortals have offered so much stability to his army that even though a lot of things went wrong, he was able to just bludgeon him there at the end. Very well played. I am confused about changing the fourth base location. Yeah, he got out-positioned by Keen and had to cancel the fourth once. But I think, honestly, if he takes the safest fourth, it's a much better play. But whatever, like, he played a really good game there.
Yeah.
And Keen did not play poorly this second game.
No. Okay, so that was, you know, a very one-sided series. I mean, Creator clearly the better player. I guess we can conclude that after seeing that.
Yeah. I mean, Creator's just really good right now, man. Like, just watching his decisions and macro and everything, looking fantastic.
Guys, we're going to go to a break. When we come back, Solar versus Maru, a ZVT. We will see you in a minute.
Coming now, it's too late to shut it down. Over the mountain now, burning the valley down. I don't know where my mind is, don't even know what time is. Somebody stop the virus.
Room full of bodies, but nothing but silence. Yeah, I'm quiet, but all that shyness. Go crazy, turn this bitch into an asylum. You fly, but we ain't looking for pilots. I never back down to a tyrant, His Highness. Even Jackson, all them giants. What goes up comes down, man, that's basic science. Look in my iris and you'll see the fines. I'd rather not get involved with you. What's the problem, man? I'll solve all you sign. How you find when your time up? How you climb when your line stuck? Barbershop getting lined up. Yeah, your head good, but your mind super clear. Uber everywhere. This sound like Superman is here. Are you with me now? Said, are you with me now? In fact, it's good in a while. They want us to simmer down. Can you hear me now? Am I going in and out? Stop and just look around to see if you with me now. Tell me, are you with me now? Ready to put it down. Start at the bottom already.
I've been coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I've been coming up hot for a minute.
그래 걱정 빼고 고민 빼고 망설임 빼고 This is zero life 없어도 되는 건 빼고 실성사이다 제로
상큼함 맥스, 칼로리 X, 맛있는 탐스 제로. 요즘 제일 탐나는 제로 탐스 제로. 같이 떠나볼래?
아침은 라떼, 홀릭 점심은 라떼, 홀릭 저녁엔 라떼, 홀릭 둥글게 달콤하게 라떼 홀릭.
달달한 충전이 필요할 땐 칸타타
라떼 홀릭. I've been coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I've been coming up hot for a minute.
실성사이다 제로 그래 걱정 빼고 고민 빼고 망설임 빼고 This is zero life 없어도 되는 건 빼고 실성사이다 제로
상큼함 맥스, 칼로리 X, 맛있는 탐스 제로. 요즘 제일 탐나는 제로 탐스 제로. 같이 떠나볼래?
아침은 라떼, 홀릭 점심은 라떼, 홀릭 저녁엔 라떼, 홀릭 둥글게 달콤하게 라떼 홀릭.
달달한 충전이 필요할 땐 칸타타
라떼 홀릭.
형님들 아프리카에 승부 예측 생긴 거 아세요, 여러분들?
아니 e스포츠 여기 탭에 있잖아요, 여러분들. 아니 이게 새로 생겼더라.
저는 광동에 올인했어요.
아 진짜요?
네.
아 그럼 전 DRX에 올인.
모바일도 똑같이 아래 가운데 보면 e스포츠 있어요. 잼이라는 포인트가 있어요.
아프리카 내에서 쓸 수 있는 재화라고 생각하시면 돼요.
잼을 사은품으로 교환 가능하다고요?
이 잼으로 응모를 다 할 수 있어.
키보드는 벌써 나갔네.
아이폰 갤럭시 탭. 아 이게 200잼이야?
교환까지 할 수 있으니까 형님들 아프리카 승부 예측 많이 많이 사랑 부탁드립니다. 받아오도록 하겠습니다.
Today's matchup. Creator King Solar. Maru. Round of 20. Group E. Africa TV, Freak Up Studio, live. 2022 GSL Season 2.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to go to the second best of 3, and frankly, I think this is going to be a much more interesting one. Look, Creator destroyed Keen, and I think Keen's chances of getting out of the group were already pretty low, but now I really am feeling it. You know.
Yeah, he didn't play too bad in the second game, so yeah. But I mean, he's outclassed in this group for sure. Someone's got to be the weakest player, Tasteless.
Yeah, and in this case,
this isn't a team game where everyone gets a participation trophy. You know
yeah,
what I
man.
mean?
Do you think in 20 years though we're gonna have GSLs where everybody gets a trophy? It's like, oh, all right, you lost in the round of 20. Here you go.
I hope not.
Here's a big trophy for you.
Yeah.
But don't worry, we hit a button, confetti.
Oh.
So there was a really impressive run here in 2021 for Solar. But keep in mind, he's been extremely consistent other than that. Now, we had a different format back then. So he was a round of 16 player. He was like a round of 20 player, I guess, at least for the new format.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see what Solar can do here. I do think Maru is the favorite. Solar, though, when he's on, he can go toe-to-toe with pretty much anybody.
Yeah.
So it just depends on, what kind of day it's going to be for him.
It's within his ability to beat Maru, and we've actually seen him have great games in the past. But, I mean, let's not be mistaken. Like, if you were to say Maru is the strongest overall player in the world, like, people would argue with you, but
sure,
there's not, like, a lot of basis. Like, I mean, he's by far, in my opinion, the best Terran. Yeah, fuck my opinion. He's by far the best Terran player.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
He is so fast, so smart, so strong at macro, so strong at micro. I mean, if he should win a GSL this year. He should get the G5L trophy. Rogue is not here anymore. Maru is the favorite for this tournament.
Yeah, I think especially with Rogue out of the picture. Honestly, Maru's just like always a safe bet.
Yeah.
It's like Maru and then many other Zergs that can, go to toe-to-toe with him. But anyways, I mean, let's see what Solar's got in store. So Solar occasionally against Maru and a couple other really good Terrans gets a little bit cheesy, so that might, happen here.
Sure.
But, yeah, I mean, let's see. 2,000 Atmospheres is going to be our first map. And it looks like that's already loaded up. Guys, this best of 3 with Solar and Maru starts now.
I came for war.
KaiZ Gaming, Solar. Onside Gaming, Maru.
You might notice that since he's joined Onside Gaming, he hasn't been proxy raxing as much.
That is true.
Because that would be offside gaming.
Oh, our toes with the dad jokes. All right. G5L. Do we still have that trophy in the back?
Yeah.
Rogue
hasn't been able to take it home yet, so.
Yeah. I was hoping I could go back there and steal that at some point in time and just put it behind me when I stream, but I think there's a realistic chance that
they might figure that one out too.
Yeah, they won't. I've stolen a mouse pad or two here, and so far I haven't been caught. Haven't gone to GSL jail yet, but
you know what would be cool, and unfortunately we're missing out on the opportunity because Rogue's already out. But a finals between Rogue and Maru.
Yeah, Maru support here in the audience.
All right. But that would be an awesome finals, huh? Like another Rogue Maru finals. Like I know the last one we were like, this is like the best finals you can get. Then it was one of the worst we've ever had.
Oh yeah, then it was like just Roach Ravager and Maru couldn't stop it, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And then Rogue didn't do that again in the next season, and I'm like, I don't understand. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, I think Maru is the favorite with Rogue out of the tournament. We'll see how he can do. There's some players that are playing really strongly this season.
Sure.
You know? Like, I mean, Dark's still here. Zaun is, like, he has some good PvT from time to time. Cure is playing well.
Right.
Hero is a killer right now. Just a killer. And I think Creator is likely to be the other guy getting out of this group. So that's like, this is a strong set of players. I mean, everyone else that's gotten through is strong, but, you know, I'm talking about people that can actually kill Maru. Like, I love DRG, but is he going to knock out Maru? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Now, in this game, nobody seems to be doing anything risky or abnormal. I mean, these are just very generic build orders. TVZ does nowadays seem to be our longest matchup. I guess TVT occasionally can be an exception to that, but I think TVT has proven that it can be actually pretty explosive and short now.
Actually,
you know,
I think you were right the first time. I think TVZ right now on average in StarCraft 2 is longer.
Yeah, I think, you know,
we get pretty long TVCs.
Yeah, it seems like by
Although,
far longer than a lot of our other games.
Although, actually, I'll take that back. I think PVC is actually on average longest because most people still go Sky Toss.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think PVZ, you know, it seems like for a while it was either really long or it was Protoss is losing right away. But now it seems like with what Hero's doing, which, you know, I've talked about a lot all the way through this group, but it seems like it only happened with Hero, so.
Yeah.
There goes my predictive analysis for how this whole season was going to go. But it does seem like, yeah, if the Protoss is going to try to go toe-to-toe, they have to basically drag the game out. But look, it's undeniable that Zerg has been a strong race for a while.
What?
You know, yeah,
How
I know.
dare
It's
you.
a controversial opinion, I know. But, you know, a lot of Terrans, it seems like they can push and they can kind of try to close in, but the very best Zergs basically can stay alive. And so we have had these late games where basically Terran wins by actually taking their half of the map and Zerg mines out earlier. And then Zerg has to rely on bases that are pretty pushable.
We have had that, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, we're going to see some fireworks. There's a drop going towards the main as roaches go across the map. 3 queens ready for this. And there are Hellions that were going around, but here the roaches go to the natural. This is kind of the interesting thing that's occurring here, because Maru's armies across the map just started a Banshee.
Right. Okay, so these roaches are going to come in now, doing a lot of damage over here to this third CC. It looks like it's going to actually force it to cancel.
Really nice.
Yeah, that's actually in of itself already a big victory here.
Yeah, and this is a smart move from Maru. Like, he's just trying to buy some time till his Banshee is out. The Banshee, of course, can push these back really, really quickly.
Yeah, looks like he's actually going to lose his depot, though.
Yeah, but I think he bought enough time here. Like, this was a rough situation for him, but I think he did as well as you really could be expected to.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't think he actually ended up getting any real damage across the map. The Queens pushed him away pretty quickly. So, you know, overall, that went a bit better for Solar, no doubt.
Yeah, I think the biggest victory, again, is just stopping that third CC. And it seems like the third CC's already restarted now. We had 2 eBays, I think, just finish. I thought I saw that on the tab. And so Stim's on the way, but I think this Stim isn't going to be indicative of any kind of push out from Terran just yet. I think Terran's kind of hurting right now. So he's just going to send the Banshee out here to try to get some worker kills.
Yeah, and this is extra painful for Maru because if they do that much damage, they should do that much damage because you went Command Center Starport instead of Starport Command Center. When you go Starport Command Center, it's more likely you'll have something like a Banshee already ready, and then the roaches can't really do anything, right?
Right.
So just the fact that Maru was opening up with a more harass-intensive build that actually didn't get that harassment done like he wanted it to.
Right.
Yeah, definitely a better position for Solar here.
Okay, so for now, Maru's just trying to probe the corners of the creep here and try to control this. Solar is going up to his 4th base. I do feel like Maru might not have the muscle to take on the 4th and the kind of traditional TVZ push we talk about so often. Man, Lings without speed are not fast.
No, not too fast at all.
They're not good units, man. So, anyways, just a little bit of harass here for Maru, seeing what he can or can't find. And Solar's looking to be in pretty good shape as far as development goes.
Yeah, definitely. Like, his Spire is over halfway done right now. You know, he's getting that 4th base up. He's got The creep spread's not fantastic, but it's not terrible either. A little bit of auto turret.
That's actually insane how little damage that did. It only hurt the drones. Didn't kill any.
That's right.
Which basically never happens with auto turrets, so looks like that one did at least get 2 here.
Couple wings fall down as well. And he sees that Spire finishing up, knows exactly when that's done. So definitely some very valuable information. Plenty of turrets being made from Maru. And, you know, he's kind of doing what he needs to do here to start to catch back up in this game.
Right. Okay, so the push is going to come out. Now, the one thing that Maru has, I think, better than any other Terran in the world right now is I think his control is just tip-top.
Oh, yeah.
So I think mathematically this isn't terrible for Solar, but we want to watch the control here for Maru because occasionally he does bend time and space.
Yeah, that is true. Failing speed's already done. 11 mutas are already out, so this could go bad, but yeah.
Look at the spreading. It's already like so good. It's crazy.
The pre-spread is very, very good.
Yeah, and see, he's leaving a small number of Marines here, enough to kind of accelerate the damage on the hatchery. There's going to be a push. I'm sorry, is it a counterattack?
I think he's coming in for a flank.
Yeah, you're right.
Happening.
You're right.
Wants to come in from the other side. Okay, here come the mutas. They get nothing done there.
Dude,
Maru.
he needs to dive on that hatch.
Yeah, he is going to kill the hatch.
Yeah, that's Maru, man. All right, so the Banes are going to come around. They're going to curve around the rocks here. I think that actually Maru...
Oh, he doesn't
I can't believe this.
My God, he killed like every muta and all the Banes.
And Queens, and I think there's like 2 mutas left.
Yeah, a few mutas popped out during that.
I'm always amazed when I watch really good players where like because maybe this is because I'm bad, but I'm like, we just have to attack the hatch. You know what I mean? I get like too greedy. And then I lose my whole army, and it turns out that the army was a little bit more important to kind of get value with than just, you know, stopping them from mining from one of their bases. But
well, when you're killing 11 mutas in that engagement, and they use up all their Banes, it's like, okay, yeah, you didn't get the hatch, but what counterplay does Solar really have? He's running across the map with a few links, and that's it. He does like, if he has 20 mutas right now, which is how many he would have had, that's scary.
So. I guess we were right. Like Maru's, attack actually did enough damage, and so it's 3 base to 3 base now. Zerg, I guess, just finished the 4th. I'm sorry.
Well, his 4th got blown up.
So there's another one that's going to be at the 3 o'clock spot.
Yeah.
But you know, that was a lot of damage to the Zerg. The Zerg doesn't get to go into the later part of the game in a comfortable way if they've lost that 4th base early on. A Zerg that keeps the 4th base and then takes the 5th and 6th, that's a healthy Zerg. It doesn't mean Solar's dead, but, you know, important to note here with Maru, when he's going to have pushes that are as good as that last one, watch out.
Yeah, I don't like Solar's position anymore at this point. Like, the fact that Maru zapped all the mutas and hasn't taken any harass damage for real, and ended up finishing off the hatchery, like, all these things put together are amazing. Look at this. Picks off a couple mutas as he tried to come back across the map. But normally when you go mutas and you buy this many, you're supposed to be doing some damage with them.
Right.
You're supposed to be keeping them active. And they've been mostly on defense. Like, Maru even has turrets, and Solar hasn't even had a shot to go in and take some of them down or fly around them.
Right. Yeah, Maru's in pretty good shape. I think if Solar can have, you know, oh man, see, he's so good at just not losing any of the key units. It's kind of the opposite of what we saw with Keen, honestly, you know, where Keen was just getting bruised and battered through the game, and then when he attacks out, it just gets melted.
So what you're saying is Keen should play with Maru?
Yeah, he should, man. Just play like Maru, man.
Yeah. You can't win with
tried macro and
you watch this
perfectly.
guy? This guy has lots of championships.
Just do what he's doing.
Yeah.
I love when anybody makes anything about StarCraft more about just like a decision thing. Have you tried doing the thing that just the best player in the world does that always wins, where it's like, well, that wasn't the problem so much.
Yeah.
It's the difficulty of playing the game that, you know, it wasn't a concept I couldn't grasp.
Yeah, yeah. You forget that, like, when you name someone like a Maru or a Flash, it's like, no, not even the other pros can do what they do.
It's like literally, this is like an online game, and you know, there's never been anything quite like online gaming where we can really measure who's the best in real time all the time, and this guy seems to be the only one who can actually do it, despite us also having all the information on how he does it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now, I do want to point out, Solar's basically grown back in both sides of the map. I am actually really interested in seeing which direction Maru wants to push.
Yeah, me too.
Because it does seem like I guess maybe the top left is a better spot to push into, but I don't know.
Well, he's setting up his sensor towers. The creep spread has gotten pretty far out right now. Solar at 2-2 upgrades. He has his hive. And, I mean, he's starting to expand everywhere, but I don't think Maru is, like, in a position where he's going to take damage. But, yeah, where do you push to? Is he just going to start taking more bases? We see a couple command centers going down, a second armory here, Ghost Academy. Now, here is some food for thought. Remember Ryung's very strange TVZ, where he was playing against Armani, and eventually he just sat there and kind of absorbed Armani forever? Ryung and Maru are very good friends and talk about the game all the time.
Yeah, very true.
So it's not unreasonable to ask whether or not the way that Ryung was playing, is that maybe something that Maru came up with?
Yeah,
Is it something that Maru endorses?
I think it's a fair guess.
Yeah, maybe Ryung came up with it and Maru likes it too. We don't know for sure right now, but looking at just the fact that he added the second armory here when he did, we see Blue Flame being gotten, right? Lots of turrets, lots of command centers, and he's kind of sitting back defensively. It's reminding me of the way Ryung was playing against Armani. I'm not going to say it's exactly going to be the same, but we'll see.
Okay, so we've got a little drop over here. By the way, it's kind of insane what Solar's done with the creep. This is extremely impressive.
Yeah. His creep's
literally actually going to pave over all the exits here in another minute or two.
Maru has to start thinking about what bases need to be denied as well. He's adding a lot of ghosts, a lot of mines, getting that personal cloaking, building armor, just kind of getting everything at this point. Does have some Thors out here as well. Looks like some Liberator production is beginning. Haven't seen the Fusion Core yet, but that'll probably be something he adds in if he wants to continue on Liberators.
So, you know, for all the beating that Solar took earlier on, I feel like he's fine right now. Doesn't mean that he's going to win either, but, you know, it's going to be a tough one, I think, for Maru to close out. But with Maru maxing out, this is the time he has to act, right? So he's going to start to push out here. Medevac's in kind of a weird position there, not with the rest of the army. Terran's going to start to grow into the left side at 9 o'clock, and we're probably going to start to have pushes come up here towards the upper left.
What do you think about this Ultra list? And just in general, like, should he be making Ultras, do you think, here? Like, if he utilizes any Ultras he's making defensively on creep, I kind of like it. But I feel like if he starts attacking with Ultras, we're going to see Maru just absorb them. Like, you're not going to do anything with Ultras here, I think, attacking-wise.
Yeah, I think the Ultras are handy if you're trying to defend on creep.
Yeah.
They don't quite have the maneuverability of a lot of the other Zerg stuff to kind of get in there and take the fights you want them to take. Solar's going to come in here with a pretty insane attack now.
But look at the absorption here from Maru. Like, okay, you lose the planetary, that's fine. But that was much more efficient for Maru, that trade.
Yeah.
Much more. And look at this. Now he's going to counter push a little bit, take down that hatchery. I mean, I don't think you were making that hatchery as Solar thinking you were necessarily going to mine that out.
No, I think he's one of these guys that has the money. He's like, all right, let's put a hatchery here that makes creep. Let's maybe if we win that fight over at 9 o'clock, I can send drones there, try to soak up some resources before I lose it.
Yeah.
But Solar's sitting on a tremendous bank account of Vespian gas. This is important to note here. So, you know, this is going to be kind of scary here. I mean, that means he can basically remake a lot of Banes. He can even just keep making Banes right now. There's 56 Banes. That's literally a quarter of his supply on Banelings. And this is usually where Terran has to take their lumps.
Well, let's see what he gets done with it. The Baneling amount, like, I mean, it was a hell of a lot of Banelings, but has it done its job? Let's see how these ones connect. Okay, it does take out a few ghosts here as well. I don't, like, you're mining more than Maru, so I guess that was good in that way.
This one queen.
She's like, oh, my back.
I gotta get back on the creep. Yeah, so I'm actually starting to think Solar is getting closer and closer to a winning position here. He's found this weak spot, which is this 9 o'clock base. Zerg is going to... How many bases does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 bases. Now, they're not all being mined. But, I mean, right now, Maru's basically struggling to get any presence here in the 9 o'clock spot on the map. And he is just getting washed in Banelings right now.
It's a lot of Banes, but it doesn't do as well as the last time.
Okay, that attack was a disaster.
Yeah. Maru's getting more and more efficient, and he did add more factories. Like, I want to say he has 4 factories, but maybe it's 5. We see 2 tanks, 3 Hellbats being made. That's interesting. Now, Greater Spire coming up because he did make these Corruptors, so maybe he wants to go into that. But let's not forget, that is how Ryung ended up winning against Armani, right? Is there was an overcommittal into Broodlords.
Right.
And he countered it very hard with the Ghost Thor play.
Okay. I think stuff like this should have been happening a little bit earlier. It's really cheap to just right-click some wings down here and force some stuff to get pulled back. Now, if our observer catches it, yeah. Oh, never mind. You know what's weird about these attacks?
What?
It seems like he's attacking from the rally point on the exact opposite side of the terrain that blocks this. Like, we're seeing the units literally wrap all the way around the sides. He could just go all the way to the top left corner and then come directly down. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm articulating this very well, but well, again, the goal here for the Zerg is to basically flatten this spot over here. It's proving to be surprisingly difficult, by the way.
Yeah. He's getting less and less efficient with these attacks. This is very, very in line with the absorption play that Ryung showed us. And like watching Maru do it, it's definitely a different flavor. Like Solar is not attacking as insanely as Armani was, but he's still being a bit wasteful here. And imagine, right, like these things where Maru's in this entrenched position off of creep, with his buildings around and closer to his rally points, and he's barely holding on. If he were trying to attack during this time, Solar would have wiped his army off the face of the planet.
Yes. Of this planet.
Of the planet that 2,000 atmospheres is on.
That's right. I think another issue we should probably address here is, like, where does Terran go next, guys? Do you see a base that looks easy to take? Because I don't. I guess you could try to get the bottom right, but that's kind of pointed away from everything. By the way, Solar needs to, like, just actually attack a different spot on the map. This is like...
You don't think you should send more Banes there? Are you sure, Tasteless?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I got a little foolhardy there.
Tasteless, do you even play Zerg? Do you even get it?
I don't get it at
you
all,
don't
dude.
get the trials and tribulations.
I don't even know what the purple stuff on the ground does.
Yeah. You just don't understand what it's like to have twice as much economy as your opponent and run Banelings in the same spot over and over. Tasteless.
I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, seriously, where does Terran expand next? There's no easy spot to get. I feel like Maru is just going to get strangled here. Now, important note, at the bottom of the screen, you can see Zerg's maxed out again, but the money ain't that much. Yeah. Not a lot of minerals, not a lot of gas. All right, is this going to be the moment that Solar can actually bust this?
I don't think so.
I'll tell you what, the Brood Lords, how many Broods are actually left over? What is it, like 7 or something?
6, maybe?
So, he has actually sniped a lot, but I think the more important thing is he can target the tanks here. Well, maybe not. Maybe the tanks are going to get away.
Yeah, some of them did. But, yeah, he's almost out of energy on these Ghosts. Ooh, nice pickup there. Brings more tanks up here as well. He does have a couple Thors being made. More Marines being added as well. He just needs to overpower these Broods. Doesn't want the Broods getting too much value here. Feels like they are getting very good value, though.
Thing is, you can kind of trade not favorably when you're Zerg here. The thing is, I feel like Solar set up his position really well, and he is not able to finish the job.
Yeah.
Like, if this was Rogue, it would be very different.
Yeah, if you have creep over half the map, right, and you're on 8 bases, and you have what looks to be infinity of everything, and then you attack the same location like 7 times in a row, that's definitely not finishing super well. We're not going to say that this is the greatest finish we've ever seen from Solar.
Right.
Especially considering he's not necessarily going to win this game. I mean, he's still got a lot of economy, but Maru is starting to move up the map a little bit. Has some Thors mixed in here. Do you keep on the Broods? Like, 3 Broods is not that scary, right?
No, I mean, it's something, right? Let's see how these Banes actually connect, though. You know, I feel like the writing's on the wall now. I feel like we've seen enough bad attacks. I think that there is an insane amount of bases to kill. It's almost funny.
Yeah.
But it seems like Terran is now on the offense. Here we go.
Oh, he has 9 bases now, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Maru attacking this top left. It has a lot of drones there, which is awesome to see from Solar. You definitely want to try to mine out these ones quicker.
These bases, you want to try to get all the resources off as soon as possible, because it's realistic that as, let's say this game goes on for another 15 more minutes, the Terran expands up there, right? Now, this base that Terran's taking, and again, we're going to try to go big picture here, because you can watch these fights all day, but if you don't appreciate that Terran is eventually going to dry up on resources, you're not appreciating how the direction the game is still going in here. It seems like this is like one of the most impressive efforts here for Terran to try to push out, but and again, we're not even really getting this on screen that much, so you really want to watch the minimap for this. The bottom right is just getting drained. Of resources.
That's an important aspect here. I guess a saving grace here is that kind of, not the very bottom right, but the one next to that on the left.
Yeah.
That one hasn't been taken, so if Maru takes this space in top left and still can hold on to that one down there, I think he's fine.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't think there's a world where Terran has the base that we have on camera and that bottom right base.
Yeah, no,
you know what I'm saying?
You're certainly right about that. But he can, one step at a time, right? Like, dominate this top left, and then maybe you can start to swing a little bit towards bottom right.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. Look at this, 108 to 136. This is actually becoming kind of interesting, right? Where they aren't able to max out anymore. They don't really have... Well, I mean, the economy's not terrible, but it's shrunk a lot.
So... I mean, Terran is barely mining from this. It's kind of funny because the supplies have gone down a bit. I feel like the army right now is certainly more technical for Maru, and Maru actually wins.
Really well done.
Really, really impressive. I was about to say a second ago, I'm like, it seems almost like Solar has attacked in so many times and failed that this should spell disaster.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, my big takeaway is I feel like Solar absorbed that 4th base loss very well, got into what I think is an almost unbeatable position, and then almost shot himself in the foot like 8 times in a row.
And Maru did shoot himself in the foot.
And then shot himself in the face. And then, and then here we are. So that's a frustrating loss, because I really feel like Solar, especially in the mid-game, started to play better, but then kind of couldn't hang.
Yeah. Well, he just tried to kill Maru over and over, and it was in the same position. But
in the same spot over and over. Like, you can actually make Nidus Worms, you can drop stuff, you can right-click links to different locations. Like, the whole point is that Terran literally doesn't have the kind of supply that you have, and therefore can't possibly match you everywhere. But instead, it seems like Solar, almost with a lazy finisher. I don't want to be too crude here, but,
Well, yeah, he felt like he could break him throughout and wasn't able to do it. But we're starting to see, like, definitely an evolution here in Terran vs. Zerg, because this was extremely reminiscent of what Maru's good friend Ryung did, right? Where you try to get your damage early, right? Like, he killed a 4th base. He was doing well, expanding and playing the normal Maru game. But there came a point where he turned it off. He switched gears completely. More factories, more upgrades, more turtling. And that coincided like perfectly with the point where Solar kind of hit his economy, hit his creep spread, and started really attacking.
Yeah.
And if Maru had been continuing to try to attack during that time, 100% Solar wins the game.
Yeah.
Like, you can't, if Maru's bringing his army into these forward positions and quickly trying to micro and everything, I mean, completely entrenched, Solar is almost killing him.
Yeah.
Very close to it. So, really cool to see this evolution occur.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see a lot more of it.
A lot of patience exhibited there. It's kind of funny, the place we're at in StarCraft 2, where, like, we have a lot of games that do big picture kind of come down to mining out, by the way. Like, remember, it took StarCraft 1, like, a while for this, but then eventually it's like, oh, no, you can have all the bases taken and actually used up. We don't have them always end on that note, but basically Solar was in a spot where like he has such an insane amount of funding. Money is flying in, but not able to make it work for him.
Yeah.
I mean, Maru really controlling well at the end here. And the end of that game can almost be like a little bit misleading because it's like, well, I don't get it. I mean, doesn't Zerg still have the bottom right? The Zerg had lost so much, and Terran basically had affirmed that new CC over there, that then it's going to be an easy push down there in the bottom right. And there was actually so much gas that was burned through there. Zerg was never able to remake that tech. Anyways, guys, we're going to go to Berlingrad for map number 2. Solar vs. Maru continues on.
Came for war.
KaiZ Gaming, Solar.
Oh. It's going to be
Proxy
good old
Raxes.
Proxy Rax, very Maru-esque.
Yeah.
Now, where's the Overlord going? The Observer's showing us right now
Yeah,
that
I
if
think
you
so.
nibble away at those minerals, you can make a beeline path.
Real quick before this rush commences, I
Yes.
do want to mention about this kind of like shift that we're seeing, because you're switching up from being an attacker, an aggressor, a harasser as Terran into that more turtle position, and then Zerg is trying to do like finishing moves, and they have a battling army like Ling Bane. But I think to beat the type of tech switch that we're seeing from Maru and Ryung into that more defensive stance, you're probably going to have to go for more cost efficiency. So I'm excited to see how Zergs are going to now react to that, because once you start to go for more cost efficiency, that becomes a very strange looking battle, right? Where
Right.
it's like, okay, are we on Viper, Lurker versus Ghost, Viking or something? Like it's going to be weird. I'm excited. Anyways, this Overlord comes down and sees what Maru is up to.
He sees the Marine, by the way. And that's all you need to know. And so this rush is going. Now, this is not the newest rush. I feel like Maru is probably the best in the world at this rush, though.
Oh, yeah.
So what's most important for Zerg is that you do not lose more drones than you need to lose. So the drones have come down. Nice snipe on one. Pulls away the weaker ones. Okay, one Marine gets surrounded, excuse me. Another drone goes down.
Pretty good so far, man.
Yeah, this is pretty nasty here.
Wow.
5 drones killed. Keep in mind, they're not mining right now. Oh, I thought for a second the SCV was just going to break the neck of that next drone.
Yeah, it did look that way.
And he's gone for Reapers here.
Yes, I love this build.
I actually didn't even realize that the gas had been taken yet. So he basically sets this up to look like one type of rush, and then he just pulls back really hard, and it's going to be Reapers coming out here. CC's already started.
I'm trying to remember whose build this is. We saw this before where it's a few Marines into the Reapers.
Was it this season?
No, it was like last season, I believe,
I was
where
going to say, I don't remember.
It was like, it might have, like, I think Keen did it and someone else did it too. Who's that other guy that's like Keen that I always get confused? It'll come back to me.
Supernova or something?
No, not Supernova. It'll come back to me. Anyways, we saw this a little bit before because it kind of forces a bunch of slowlings out, and then you bring your Reapers up, and it's higher econ than just, just a Marine all-in or something like that. So.
Well, this is really cool. It's like we've taken this old build, and now we mask the new build with it.
Yeah.
So Zerg's like running around with drones trying to stop stuff, and then already Reapers are out. I think this is just really cool to see.
It is. It's such
Maru's
a cool
big brain at work.
Evolution. So yeah, double command centers being made, and these Reapers are just so annoying. Nothing should die on either side. That's how Reapers generally go.
Yeah, this is not going to work, him trying to come up into the main. And then behind it, oh, hold on. Can these Reapers actually catch this drone? No, the drone's going to get down here. One thing to remember with Reapers is they can kill biological units really fast, but they're garbage against buildings. So if the drone could start the building, you're basically fine.
Yeah, the Reapers aren't going to cancel out.
Although, remember when they were good at buildings, Artosis? Wasn't that a fun time?
Yeah. No, I liked it when the Reaper was by far the best unit in the game.
Yeah.
Nothing quite in the world like losing to 5 Rax Reaper Zerg.
Yeah. And so Stim has started. Terran actually has a really healthy push behind this. So it's important to remember when you see the Zerg survive the rush, that doesn't mean the rush didn't work. Terran's in a very good spot here. That was sick.
Yeah, some nice micro on both
aliens.
sides. Ooh, nicely done by Maru to save that Reaper. Some good dancing. Pushes everything back for now. That was a fun little opener. I definitely think that Maru got the better end of it. Double medevac is being made. Stim is going to be finishing up right on time with this little push he's going to be able to do.
Yeah, I love
the
this.
tumor.
He's keeping the creep off here. This is really going to be a turbulent early game here for Solar. Doesn't mean he can't survive it. He did a great job in the early part of the last game, but like Maru is coming for him.
Yeah, the pressure that he's applying right now is absolutely fantastic. With the medevacs coming out with these additional Marines, I would tell you, I think that there is a possibility here Solar takes enough damage that this game is going to become unrecoverable.
Yeah, I'm worried right now for him. The third base is coming down. The double E-bays are almost done. I don't even see Evo chambers being made now, or if they are, they're not upgrading.
Yeah, he is adding in a couple more queens and making some Ling Bane, but he's also trying to squeeze out drones right now. So he's really trying to tread that line, which is important. Is he going to have enough units here? No Baneling speed or anything. Maru flying around, maybe looking for a drop into the main base. I thought he was going to come over here and like start trying to pick off queens on the edge of creep, but
yeah, me too.
Looks like he wants to just dive for damage.
This might be better.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, how many Banes are actually up near the main? Dude, he just gets one queen. Pretty nice.
Yeah, not bad.
Dude, really nice. Just snipes a Baneling over there.
But not as much as I thought he was actually going to get. I thought he was going to just make a beeline for that third and keep pressure on where the creep was still low, but at this point, he's just continuing to remove creep. Still looking good. Baneling speed now started, but 1-1 about halfway done here for Maru. Definitely going to be relying heavily upon Banelings on the defense here for Solar.
Okay, another little scan here. Again, Solar, okay, I was about to say, see that drone that just went down? You guys might have missed it, but a drone went down over here. It's going to try to set up a fourth base here. You need to get that fourth base up. And tempo-wise, Terran's in a pretty good spot. And here comes the push. Dude, Maru is just so good at the game. Like, it's so impressive. He's such a gamer, dude.
Dude, wow.
This guy games
He
day,
won 4
night.
GSLs, you're right. He is good at the game.
He can game.
I was kind of questioning it before this, but like,
yeah,
this is really good.
I thought it might be a fake gamer, but he's not, Artosis. How dare you? The tanks are going to be positioned one at least behind this pillar. And I don't know, man. I don't know that this base is going to be able to finish. I feel like Maru is split so perfectly. He's trying to bait out these Banelings. The hatchery is canceled at the last possible second. And 1-1 finishes up, dude. Maru's a beast.
Ooh, yeah. Baneling speed is finishing though.
I do want to point out, this part might be an overextension. Would it not be better to just kind of, you know, take your wins?
Well, you're definitely right. It was an overextension.
Yeah. This seems like you've won the fight. You should probably pick up and go back and, you know, make the Zerg fight for another base. Solar is actually expanding to this location that's next to the main base. Looks like he's got a drone to maybe make another base down there, or he might have forgotten he sent it.
One thing I want to point out is that Solar was actually well behind on upgrades, but +2 is starting very slowly for Maru.
Yeah.
So Solar's going to be close to caught up, which is always very nice to Zerg, especially when you're on Ling Bane. Another command center coming up here for Maru. Going to keep more pressure on. Now, can Solar get to the point defensively here where Maru decides to withdraw once again? I wonder.
Yeah.
Because he has kept so much pressure on this game, and Solar is still on the back foot.
Dude,
like, look at this, just a force
big
cancel.
Snipe.
Yeah.
Big snipe there. He gets the queens, picks up. I don't even know that he lost a single Marine there.
Yeah, maybe not. Look at that, no hatchery even over at that fourth base location. Maru has unloaded, not even going to find anything to kill it. Some creep tumors. Man, this endless pressure.
Yeah, it
doesn't look good for Solar because he doesn't even have other tech. Like, he's just on Ling Bane. And you really, like, you want that fourth base so badly. You really got to get some map control with this. He's just throwing hatches everywhere, man.
Yeah. Oh! All right, Maru's first mistake.
Now that's a move right there.
Yeah. He's like, no, get this Marine too.
Now that's outplaying Maru right there,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Maru's fourth about to come up here. And it looks like he's finally got, I should say Solar's finally got his fourth up here. But Maru has just been so active on the map, you know, entirely here. Got another attack coming up here. Another denial, even gets the drone. Nicely done. Now, does he commit even more? I guess so. I see the tanks moving over here.
Dude, Maru is just wrecking Cancel Hatch here.
Yeah.
That's his new nickname, by the way, is Cancel
Hatch. Whack-a-hatch. And this isn't even the majority of his army here. These are like these little harass forces.
Dude, if I had $1 for every hatch cancel, I could get a whole gallon of gasoline.
Yeah. All right, planetary over here. Are there enough Banes to just blow it up, though?
I think he's going to go around it for SCVs, maybe? No.
Dude, that was a really bad attack. We might just see Solar tap out. If he can't keep this hatchery alive, I don't know, you know.
He needs it badly.
Yeah, well,
now he's coming in for a flank. This is a very important moment. Yeah, he will be able to clean this, but let's see how efficient Maru can really be.
Yeah, looks like he's going to be able to pick up that infantry. And he's going to regroup. He's actually just going to replace the push.
I think Solar needs another round of Lings to try to break that. If he goes right now, he's going to have a bad time. 2 tanks siege in very different positions. Very nice. Okay, Lings come up, but he didn't really wait for all the Lings that were being made. That's it.
GG. Maru takes game 2, and we'll be going up against Creator.
Yeah, that was very well done. Like, Maru looking fantastic. And I am unbelievably looking forward to Creator versus Maru.
It's going to be such a good match. Probably the best match of the night. Of course, Solar's not eliminated, guys. He will be waiting for the what am I saying? Loser match. Can't talk today, Artosis. That's so sorry. Need some more caffeine here. But yeah, I think Solar definitely more impressive in game 1, but you know, it's going to be a tough group for him for sure.
Yeah.
I think if he can get out, he'll have to hope that Creator loses tomorrow. I don't see it any other way. Guys, we're going to take a break. Up next is Creator versus Maru to decide who will go on to the round of 10. We've only got 2 more spots for that. So don't go away. We will be right back.
The games we play. These are the games we play. These are the games we play. I just want to be enough for you. Yeah. Playing so much and being rude. Yeah. Think about it, 'cause I'm dying, baby. If you want it, you just have to take it. If you feel something, but you gotta tell me. Yeah, yeah. I don't know why it's stuck in me. I like but how you taste. Give me the signs, I'll take a step for you.
I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Some say that zero. 그래 걱정 빼고 고민 빼고 망설임 빼고 This is zero life. 없어도 되는 건 빼고 실성사이다 제로.
상큼함 맥스 칼로리 X 맛있는 탐스 제로 요즘 제일 탐나는 제로 탐스 제로 같이 떠나볼래?
아침엔 라떼 홀릭 점심엔 라떼 홀릭 저녁엔 라떼 홀릭 둥글하게 달콤하게 라떼 홀릭
달달한 충전이 필요할 땐 칸타타
라떼 홀릭
I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Some say that zero. 그래 걱정 빼고 고민 빼고 망설임 빼고 This is zero life. 없어도 되는 건 빼고 실성사이다 제로.
상큼함 맥스 칼로리 X 맛있는 탐스 제로 요즘 제일 탐나는 제로 탐스 제로 같이 떠나볼래?
아침엔 라떼 홀릭 점심엔 라떼 홀릭 저녁엔 라떼 홀릭 둥글하게 달콤하게 라떼 홀릭
달달한 충전이 필요할 땐 칸타타
라떼 홀릭
형님들 아프리카에 승부 예측 생긴 거 아세요, 여러분들?
아니 e스포츠 여기 탭에 있잖아요 여러분들. 아니 이게 새로 생겼더라.
저는 광동에 올인했어요.
아 진짜요?
네.
아 그럼 전 DRX에 올인.
모바일도 똑같이 아래 가운데 보면 e스포츠 있어요. 잼이라는 포인트가 있어요.
아프리카 내에서 쓸 수 있는 재화라고 생각하시면 돼요.
잼을 사은품으로 교환 가능하다고요?
이 잼으로 응모를 다 할 수 있어.
키보드는 벌써 나갔네.
아이폰 갤럭시 탭. 아 이게 200잼이야?
교환까지 할 수 있으니까 형님들 아프리카 승부 예측 많이 많이 사랑 부탁드립니다. 화장 오도록 하겠습니다.
저 친구는 굉장히 운이 좋구나 생각했습니다. 경기 내내 그 소위 말해 아다리라고 하는데 그게 좀 잘 맞았던 것 같아요. 되게 착하고 하지만 게임 질 때는 누구보다 말을 걸 수 없는 사람 중에 한 명이긴 해요. 네. 옛날보다는 그래도 성적도 내면서 좋은 플레이도 보여줄 것 같아요.
실망스러웠고요. 진짜 쓰레기 같은 경기력이 아니지 않았나. 잘하는데 성적 못 내는 선수.
너무 아쉬웠던 것 같아요. 많이 못하길래 그냥 떨어질 것 같았어요.
상당히 성격이 좋고요. 존경하는 형입니다.
그런 말을 한 번도 못 들어봤고 약간 의존하는 경향이 있긴 해요. 그냥 모르는 거 있으면 저한테 물어보게.
그냥 한 번처럼 떨어질 것 같았다라는 생각을 가졌을 것 같고 분명히 꼴 좋다라고 생각했을 거예요. 일단 뭐 항상 밝고 뭐 긍정적으로 살고 타투는 좀 멀리 두긴 뒀지만 인생적인 면에서는 열심히 살지 않나. 규서아 잘 좀 해서 이번 시즌은 6강, 4강, 결승 그 중에서 한번 만나서 붙어보자.
동원이 형이랑 성주, 희범이. 그래도 센 사람 또 한 명 있어야 되니까 뭐 영우 형?
동원이 형 뭐라니까?
아이 그래도 밑에 한 명 깔고 가는 사람은 있어야 동원이 형 정도면 이길 수 있지 않을까.
연습 안 하는 것 같은 규석이 형이랑 사티어 중에 2명 오면 할만할 것 같아요.
시즌1 봐보니까 조 수준이 다 비슷비슷하더라고요. 뭐 악마의 조 이런 것도 없이 그냥 다 비슷비슷한 선수들끼리 모여서 있기 때문에
영재 형, 그리고 박진혁, 규석이 형, 그 뭐죠? 3명 올라가는 거니까 다시 뭐 병렬이 형 하고 싶습니다. 보욱이 형이랑 그래도 병렬이 형이
근데 요즘에 눈에 보면 볼수록 김준호 선수가 너무 공격적이더라고요. 당하는 입장에서 상당히 이겨도 기분 나쁘고 왜 진지도 모르겠고 라는 생각이 많이 들거든요.
저 이병렬. 병렬이 형이랑 대회에서 만나면 너무 말려요.
김준호 선수. 왜냐면 지금 원탑이에요, 진짜로. 그래서 제 생각에는 빨리 좀 떨어졌으면 좋겠어요. 안 그러면은 무조건 우승이에요.
여행은 힘든 여행보다 편한 여행이 좋거든요. 그래서 이병렬 선수나 조성주 선수나 돈 많은 친구들 있잖아요. 그런 분들이랑 가야 안 친하더라도 먹는 것도 맛있는 거 먹고 자는 것도 편한 데서 자기 때문에 그런 분들이랑 가고 싶습니다.
김도욱 선수요. 그 형이 술 들어가면 굉장히 재밌고 지네어 그리닝스에서 생활하면서 굉장히 친한 어떻게 보면 술 친구였거든요. 그래서 김도욱 선수랑 가면 가장 편할 것 같아요. 동원이 형이 편할 것 같은데요?
근데 동원이 선수는 당신이 싫다했거든요.
고생길일 것 같다. 그거 진짜 조성주죠.
싫어도 저는 데리고 갈 거예요. 챙겨준 적이 없는 것 같은데 왜 그런 말을 하는지 모르겠고 뭐 막상 가면 또 다르지 않을까요?
동원이 형이요. 동원이 형 약간 오디오가 안 비어요, 동원이 형. 저랑 티키타카도 잘 먹고.
같이 다녀본 사람이 없어가지고
경력이 어떻습니까?
거의 제가 챙겨주는 느낌?
신영이랑 만나면?
호텔에만 있을 것 같은데
변현이랑 만나면?
재밌긴 할 것 같은데 그냥 집에서 노는 거랑 똑같을 것 같아요.
한 명 굳이 꼽자면 아무래도 외국인 선수인 아스트리아 선수. 영어도 안 되고 물론 되게 친하긴 해요. 네.
좀 나이 차이 나는 분들이 좀 불편할 것 같아요. 딱히 누군지는 생각이 안 나네요.
귀찮다기보다 좀 노잼일 것 같은 사람 현우 형? 그 형은 놀 줄을 몰라요. 일단 핸드폰도 없는 사람이기 때문에 근데 좀 신기해요. 참 뭐 가끔
시즌 1에서 못한 만큼 시즌 2에서는 해야 되지 않을까 싶고 최소한의 목표는 10강으로 잡아두고 있어요.
이번 시즌은 더 잘할 것 같으니까 그래도 6강은 최소한 가고 싶어요.
일단 10강만 진출해도 되게 좋을 것 같고 제가 지금 EPT 포인트가 많이 부족하기 때문에 최대한 많은 포인트를 먹고 싶습니다.
저는 사실 시즌 1 시작할 때도 좀 마음을 내려놓고 한 거라서 또 시즌 2도 다시 마음 내려놓고 똑같이 준비할 생각이에요.
Today's matchup. Creator. King. Solar. Maru. Round of 20. Group E. Africa TV, Freak Up Studio, live. 2022 GSL Season 2.
Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it?
Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for waiting. Up next, Creator versus Maru.
All right. This is going to be amazing, and I honestly don't know who is going to end up winning it. You know, Maru obviously a stronger player than Keen, but Creator is all warmed up right now, and he looked pretty awesome against Keen. Like the decision making he was making was very, very solid throughout. So yeah, let's
do this,
see this.
man.
I think
it's
it's
gonna be fun.
I think it's gonna be a really good match. I think it's gonna go 2-1 one way or the other.
I think so. I'll be surprised if Creator 2-0s Maru. I'm never really surprised if Maru 2-0s anybody.
Oh, okay.
You know? But yeah, let's see what Creator's got. Keep in mind, you know, he did just wreck Keen, but, you know, I think whatever the best PVT that we could ask for in the world from Creator, he's going to bring that out these next 2 to 3 games for sure.
All right, Nautilus 2 followed by 2,000 Atmospheres and then Hardwire. Wow, a 4-player map choice here for Creator. So let's see if he has something special planned there. Possibly.
Maybe something cheesy. Let's find out.
Team NV, Creator. Onside Gaming, Maru.
Go Maru.
Yeah.
He's got a point.
Yeah, a lot of Maru fans out there, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if a number of the people here in the audience are here for Maru.
I wouldn't be surprised if Maru is the most popular pro right now. Like, as far as fan base goes.
Yeah.
People love Maru.
Whenever I've introduced friends to what I do, they're always most excited about Maru.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's because he's like, you know, I mean, historically, you know, he was much younger than everybody else, and that's kind of cool.
I think also the skill differentiation. If you look at all the races, the steepest is between Maru and everyone else that plays Terran.
I think so, yeah.
Whereas you got like 4 Zergs that are kind of similar level, right?
Yeah, you've got several Protosses that are good.
Yeah.
Is chess better than StarCraft because there's no TVP? That's a good question. problem with chess is that there's not enough maps.
There absolutely is TVP. Terran is black and Protoss is white. Okay, and you're looking for, at best, a draw.
Yeah, that's true. How many professional chess games end in draws? It's a really high number, right?
It's a big percentage, which is what really showed me that you and me are bad.
Oh, yeah, because we almost never draw. We play all the
played
time.
like 400 games against each other, and we have like 20 draws.
We literally play chess on our phones. We play like every day. We'll at least make a move, or we'll like play 10-minute games up here. But yeah, it's like 15 or 20 draws, and then like 400 wins on each side. It's like insane. It's like, how stupid are you guys? Like, we should have naturally grinded to a halt, but we're too busy both screwing up. We're dramatically screwing up in different parts of the game. It's really quite an epic tale, any game of chess that we play, and it's like, Dan dropped his queen, but then, 5 moves later, I dropped my queen. It's like, Jesus, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so I wasn't even looking at what
Twilight
Creator
opener.
opened up with.
Yeah, it's just a Twilight.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I was like, what map is this? Is this the one where there's a gold base and they both spawn at the bottom? Oh, no, it's Nautilus 2. Sorry, guys.
All right, Robo coming up. Probably a Blink expand, but we'll see. I mean, he could throw down Dark Shrine. No, it is just Blink. He's getting excited there for a minute.
Yeah.
DT drop openers are like, you don't see them that often, but every now and then they get mixed in. I think it's still a reasonable one to mix in occasionally. But as far as Maru goes, we have the medevac coming up, as well as, nice catch. Nice catch. As well as the Widowmine drop, right? So.
Okay, 2 more gates coming down, and it looks like Creator basically wants to take the very standard avenue. I really thought when he picked Nautilus that we were just going to have like something very specific.
We do. It's 4 gate.
Oh,
4 gate.
I didn't
Blink
see that
Prism.
extra gate thrown down there.
Yeah, this is a killing build. So you are looking to end your opponent with this. If you see 3 gate, that's like kind of pressureful and or very safe, and then 2 gate is for the third base. But 4 gate is like you are going for it. So let's see if he stops this first little Widowmine drop coming in. If he does not see this, he's in trouble. Okay, so Maru wins game number 1.
Yeah. And the Widowmines get out.
Dude, yeah.
That's one of those moments.
That's as bad as it can get, and he sees everything with the mine. He literally used the mine to scout, which is hilarious. And he sees that it's 4 gate Blink. So, like, we'll probably see him make a bunker, make sure he has a bunker at the natural, a bunker in the main, spread the tanks well, and then it's like, well, what now, Creator?
All right. I'm just not going to cast the rest of this.
Good moves.
Yep.
Just more lost mining time.
Yep. Oh, no. Oh, what a gamer. Okay, so all said and done, 30 workers to 40. But, the real kind of punch that this is supposed to pack here is just probably not going to be there. Basically, he's going to blink up.
Yeah.
Or just blink away. Because if he blinks up there, he's going to lose a lot of stalkers.
Yeah. I mean, you can't. Well, Maru's already scouted everything you're doing. Like, oh, you're right, actually. Wow.
Yeah, StarCraft 1 technique. He's going to try to drop the Zealots on the tanks.
The Zealots they'll tank a lot and deal a lot of damage. That's kind of the whole idea here. Okay, nice pick off. Might get the Raven. No, does not actually target it. A little bit surprised. I thought he would go for that. Down goes the auto turret, getting away. Drops his Zealots out.
Not terrible, to be totally honest here for Creator.
He's doing all right.
This is better than I thought it was going to go. Is he going to win this game?
No, I don't think so. He gets the tanks,
man.
which is amazing.
What a trade, though. I mean, so many stalkers have been killed.
Yeah.
It's still a big worker lead here for Maru, which means all he has to do is remake this. But let's watch the next attack in here. Usually it's a tank and a bunker that sort of makes this impossible, but we didn't see the bunker get made for Maru, so...
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit too greedy by him.
Maybe. Like, the bunker is not that expensive, but I think especially when you're so far ahead as he was. Might be able to get a pick on this one. Oh! Okay, he does get it.
Tasteless.
Oh, I'm excited when bunkers die. Oh. My life is meaningless, Tasteless. Oh.
I mean, these Stalkers are doing an okay job. They're starting to snipe some workers. Another tank's going to come out here. We don't have Blink, I'm sorry, Stim is what I'm trying to say. Look at me, man. We don't have Stim done just yet. But again, Maru pretty steadily ahead. Now, I think if Maru tries to leave now, this would be a really bad time to move out. I mean, it's clear what the vulnerable spot is. It's going to be right up here.
Yeah, Blink's up. The Stim being done, though.
Oh,
big
War
deal.
Prism killed.
Nice pickup on the
So he has
tank.
to blink out if he wants to live.
Yeah, this is going from bad to worse right now. The game is very close to over. Like, if Creator GG, that would not be... Like, Maru just scanned for bases. He's just, like, checking. I'm sure he thinks right now there's no bases, and then he scans. It's like, okay, you literally only have Blink Stalkers. And Maru's, like, leading his tech tree right now. He's about to have combat shields, concussive, tanks, medevacs. Like, this is, like... If Creator GG's, no one will think less of him for it.
No, I mean...
He can stay if he wants to. That's his decision.
I do want to point out, it's kind of weird to see him mess up the Widow Mines coming in. It's not like it's a random time in the game when the Widow Mine drop comes in.
That is true.
You know, we do have a clock you can just follow and kind of anticipate that.
Yeah.
And, you know, any RTS game that gives you a clock in game you can use, you should use it.
Yeah, yeah. You should have it programmed in your head at certain times. You're looking for certain things. It's unfortunate that the mine drop got in there and killed 10 probes, because that's not a mistake you can make against Maru. Okay, drops out some Zealots here for a bit of counter-harassment. But the attack is happening now.
Yeah, and is he going to get this before it... Oh, no Immortals for you.
Yeah, the Zealots are doing a little bit, but, like, Maru's got it. There's no stopping this army.
Yeah.
Wow, slow Zealots.
GG, Maru takes game 1. Watch out for Widow Mines, guys. Check under the bed.
Especially check your main base mineral line.
Yeah, it's so weird that that's like what happened.
That happens
after all of our
sometimes.
hyping this, it's like, oh, or this could just be another game on Battle.net.
You know, a lot of players that are doing aggressive builds, like, you know why Parting hasn't won another GSL is because everyone just, like, Widowmine dropped him and put Hellions in space early on.
Yeah.
Because he's doing aggressive builds every time. For some
He was
reason...
Widowmine dropped into Oblivion, into the military.
For some reason, like, the very aggressive Protoss, as soon as they get harassed, like, Creator's not even an aggressive Protoss, but he's trying to do an aggressive build. Harassment comes, takes too much damage. He's not in that defensive mindset.
Yeah. 2,000 atmospheres for map 2. I just hope Creator gets to do whatever he wanted to do, and you know, just doesn't get a Widow Mine dropped, because you know, I think there was a lot of potential for a real back and forth there, but workers are pretty good guys. They mine minerals, they make buildings, they do all sorts of amazing things, and you don't want to lose them early on. Not even trading them out. Uh-oh, glasses are off.
What? He's like, oh, I could see too clearly that game.
I came for war.
Figured it out, Tasteless.
Yeah, what
I'm
is
going
it?
to tell you after the intro.
Okay.
Team NV, Creator. Onside Gaming, Maru.
So here's the thing. I already know he's going for a macro build this game.
Yeah?
Yeah. Because if he has his glasses on, he's like nearsighted. So if he's going to do a micro-based strategy, he's got to have the glasses on so he can focus in on those stalkers.
Some support here for Maru.
But here he takes the glasses off.
Yeah.
And it's so that he can back up a little bit, right? He can do the far-sighted stuff and do the macro play.
Big picture here.
He's like Leonidas, man. He removes his helmet so that he can see. It's like the most epic set of lines ever in 300. He like removed it because you think he's giving up. It's like he removed his helmet so he could see further. It's like I love it.
I still find the opening of that movie to be just so funny. The guy comes, he's like, listen.
Oh, they kick him down the well?
Yeah, the guy's like, I work for Xerxes. Listen, we're going to make you so rich.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it. We're not going to kill you.
Yeah.
Okay? We're not, we just, you have to let us rule over you. Okay? We've got cool piercings. We've got it all. And then it's just like throw him down the well, and then it just becomes this epic battle where it's like tons of Spartans die. And like, was it worth it, guys? I don't know.
It
Xerxes
was pretty
had
cool
a
to kick
good
him down the
deal,
well,
man.
though. Yeah. I've always wanted to kick someone down a well since that.
I've always wanted to be carried around by a bunch of nerds that kind of fold into different chairs and you know, modes of transportations. That was always my dream.
Absolutely.
Was to walk down a set of stairs that are made of nerds. Stepping on their
One
backs
day,
and stuff.
Tasteless.
One day.
I hope this can happen for you.
Yeah. So, again, we don't really know where these two players are at yet because I don't want to. Well, you guys get it. I mean, look, he wasn't watching that would have might killed his probes. That's everybody in the entire world who's played StarCraft as Protoss has lost a game because of that. Very common, easy way to lose. Cannot afford to have that happen to you early on. But again, if Crater's on, how's he going to play? Now, that being said, if Crater loses, man, and I'm assuming that Solar's going to be the guy he's going to meet in the final match.
It's likely.
Unless Keen really, blows us all away. It's going to be tough, man. I mean, Solar's not an easy opponent.
Yeah, that's true, and Solar's been showing some good ZVPs lately. But
Certainly.
I still have faith in Creator here. Right, so Phoenix opener. Obviously, if you have Phoenixes, you're kind of like in a defensive stance at the beginning of the game, right?
Right.
I think that the mine drop's not likely to get too much done. We'll see, though. We shall see. 4 mines coming out with the medevac. You remember that period where, like, when everyone was going Phoenix all the time, and Maru still went mine drops, but he wouldn't stop until he got damage? Where it'd be like, yes, he's now dropped 24 mines.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that's...
I mean, he should still suspect there's a would have mine drop. By the way, I'm not surprised that Maru's just like, let's just do that same thing again.
But with even more mines?
Yeah. Kind of crazy that Phoenix didn't find it.
He's coming back looking for it, though.
Oh, my God.
Ooh, yeah, way out of position at the moment. But he does have 3 Adepts up here, so that's actually really good to help against the mines.
4 mines immediately.
Okay, the splitting's actually good. It looked like it was not going to be good, and then it was pretty good.
Hellions coming down here to kill off some more probes. So far, 5 deaths in the workers. 6.
Okay, not as bad as last time. And he will get the kill on the Creator. We're all over the place. Now, can he catch the medevac?
Shouldn't be the hardest thing to find. He's going to fan these Phoenixes out, so he's going to get the medevac as well. Okay, and that's important because if that gets away, I mean, you need to get, return the favor here and kill these units off. Another push is already coming down, though. Now, is this too little here? Oh, hold on. He's going to go back.
Yeah, I think he's trying to catch a Phoenix.
Yeah.
Catch something coming in.
Oh, my God. He pulls away too fast.
Yeah, if this was a very fast third, actually, Maru would have potential for an attack. But right now, just defense. So Maru misses that as well. And that's 2 healthy, brand new mules that he takes down. That's nice.
Yeah, looks like he's going to get 1 Phoenix for it, though. Immortal's being cranked out here. Robotech coming as well. And we're going to have that 3rd command center finish up here. The 3rd base is finally started right now for Creator.
Yeah, let's see when Maru wants to try and attack out here. There's a Raven about to pop out. I don't know if he's going to try to move out, right? Because once upon a time against Stargate openers, there was a funny-looking attack that was like Cyclone Marine Viking.
Right.
Where you would go across and try to hit the 3rd. But this is like a later 3rd than that. It's not an Oracle opening. It's a Phoenix opening. There's very solid anti-air here for Maru, but I think you sit back on this, honestly. Okay, Colossus about halfway done here.
we've got that third base coming here. So Stim's going to be a lot later with all this because of the type of opening that Maru went for. And I'm excited Artosas. I mean, we're going to get to really see what Creator's got in this matchup, how he can hang with the best of the best Terrans.
Now, Command Center landing down now. Maru just kind of hitting everything that he wants to hit.
Is Creator talking to himself again?
Yeah, he has
this
been
is,
the whole time.
Yeah, this is actually, I think, a good sign.
You think so?
Yeah, he usually talks to himself when he plays, which is fine. If you haven't tried it, it's not bad. Not a bad idea. Kind of get your head in the game.
Like
I do it and it works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What type of self-talk are you doing? Like during the game that you're playing, you mean, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So what is the
kind
type
of talking
self-talk?
about what I need to do next, what they've got.
Oh, okay. You're kind of like
stream,
trying to line up your thoughts.
Yeah,
and stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
Like, okay, what I think I need to just do this. And then occasionally, if the game really falls apart, I'll be like, okay, snap out of it. Like,
okay,
spend your money.
I get you.
You need to do this.
It just when I see it, I get a little bit nervous because if you're not acting without analyzing the game, you're not going to beat Maru, in my opinion, right? Like, I feel like if you're talking to yourself about what you need to do next, that can be really good, but, like, Maru is so good at everything that I want to see Creator just, like, instantly doing everything he needs to do. And if he's not able to do that, then I think he's going to get outclassed.
Yeah, you could be right. There's the fourth Nexus now. I think it's going to be a couple more minutes before we have any real action.
You see this fleet beacon?
Yeah, that's interesting. Is he going to go for carriers out of 2 Stargates? We saw this with somebody, I can't remember.
You know what I want here? I want Tempest very badly.
Tempest might be a better call.
Wait, how many Colossi does he actually have, though?
I think he's got 2 total, and a third one's being made.
Yes, I want to see Tempest. I think if you go carrier here, I don't know why you need such a ground-pounding army with carrier. I think if you go Tempest here, it's better. Oh, he gets Phoenix range. What?
Yeah, that's funny.
Wow, we haven't seen anything like this in a really long time. So he's looking to straight up fight his opponent's army here with Phoenix Colossus. Which it's like he's going Phoenix Colossus, but normally, like, this is a very old idea. We haven't seen this at the pro level in a really, 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 really long time. But it used to exist where you're just like, okay, with Phoenix range, you can make enough Phoenixes that you just gun down Vikings.
Yeah.
But Maru is such a Marauder-based player that I could see him just switching it up. And, well, let's see how this goes. This is a huge amount of lifts here. Oh, my God.
I can't tell who's winning this right now. I guess it's actually Creator.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, kind of hard to see what was actually happening underneath the lifted units. This is kind of crazy, man.
Yeah, Phoenix is flying up, and they are doing very, very well at the moment.
Yeah, now does Creator pursue, or does he stop and try to get a little bit more bulk to what he's already got?
Some carriers being added in now. So with the ranged Phoenixes, I think the carriers make a lot more sense, right?
Yeah.
Because Vikings would counter everything like Mass Viking, but once you have the ranged Phoenixes, then suddenly the Vikings are not doing anywhere near as well.
Yeah.
So this is, what an interesting game. God, I really enjoy Creator's play.
Looks like the Phoenixes are going to come through once more. I mean, Creator is at the point where I think he could probably navigate this to a win here. I mean, that's so many work kills right now.
Yeah.
Terra's going to get here after the fact. And I think all he's got to do is get a little bit more, like add the 2 carriers in, max out his supply, and then just go push 12 o'clock.
And look, now he's adding in some disruptors here. So those heavy ground compositions to try to counter all the air.
Yeah, they're going to get punished hard.
Yeah. Creator's getting himself into a really cool spot. I think Maru, if he wants to win this, like it's very positional, and it should go long. Like, he can maybe cancel this bottom right base, but I don't think he can attack into the core 4 bases at all. How do you attack that?
Yeah, I am very impressed with Creator here. I think we're going to have him push out now again. And again, you can really feel that Phoenix range. I mean, anything that's going to overstep is going to be punished pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Maru can still kind of power through this game, I'm going to be blown away. Because it's going to be uphill for several more minutes.
Yeah, it's a little tough. I think you can't quite attack his Creator right now. I guess as his interceptors all come in, he can.
I think, yeah, he's going to have a 6th carrier come out. But yeah, once the interceptors are there, then it's going to be showtime.
Yeah, you're probably going to have to maneuver around the army for a bit. Maru, yeah, like he has his +3/+3 on the way, adding a few turrets here and there. Nice EMP. Yeah, it's not that many Vikings here, but they're actually doing all right so far. Lots of EMPs coming down.
Yeah, I don't think that Protoss is going to cross through those rocks over there. I think Maru's doing a pretty good job in a control game. But Creator's going to come around now. Now, a couple things can happen here. Terran can just stim and dive in on this base if they decide that's where they want to go. There are disruptors that were kind of tucked back away. But he saw that with a scan. So instead, it's going to be Protoss northbound. And I guess Terran here to try and intercept. Oh, the Raven!
Ooh, good armor shred there. Very, very important so we can actually pick everything off of the Vikings more quickly. Let's see what these Vikings can get done. Still have fantastic range. Some good volleys. Look at this. Yeah, see? Very, very nice. Storm Blink 1-1 on the way. You can see how late those Forge upgrades are, considering this was Colossus Phoenix for a really long time. But the Phoenixes have been picked off. He's already getting ready for that transition, but it's not completely there. The anti-air here is really, really poor, actually, for Creator at the moment. He has no real punishing anti-air. He doesn't have Blink. He doesn't have the ranged Phoenixes.
This is kind of a classic StarCraft moment of what are you going to do when they get this many carriers. This is why you can't let them get this far along here. So Protoss still fills in 9 o'clock over here. But you can see both sides are kind of reluctant to engage each other.
Yeah. Attacking in is going to be tough on either side at the moment.
85 workers on both sides. We're getting the rest of the Protoss tech and Terran tech upgraded here. Nukes are coming, Artoses.
Oh, thank God. Tempest damage as well on the way.
It's funny that nobody's destroyed those rocks that were over right there.
Yeah.
Feels like somebody should be right to destroy the rocks, but maybe not.
Well, if neither of them feel like they can attack, I guess that kind of... Sometimes the defender's advantage is so good on both sides. Seems to be what we're looking at the moment. Creator kind of moving in, gets EMP'd a couple times. A lot of command centers being made. Lots of static D all over the place.
Okay, he's going to back up over here.
This is kind of a wild game.
Well, it's a little bit reminiscent of some of these ZVPs we've seen here. Where it's like, okay, so, you know, the Protoss has gotten the incredibly powerful air fleet here. But the thing is, I feel like Creator's been maxed out for a while, so I kind of want to know what the end game is here. Maru is maybe the best in the world at it being Terran and having half the map. We already saw him do this with Solar.
Well, it seems like he's just improving his army quite a bit. Oh, that was a great pickoff right there. That would have been amazing. And, well, that Nexus goes down in a matter of seconds. Very well executed from Maru. Continues to push, but I think he should turn around.
Yeah. Is there a nuke pointed here? Yeah, there is.
Ah, yeah. Look at that.
Oh,
yeah, covering for the nuke. I like it.
Yeah. Here we go. So, you know, if he can have a couple more moments like that, I think he's going to be fine. Keep in mind that he doesn't have to engage this army, although I guess he will right now. Oh!
Ooh. Very, very good shot. Tries to pick up some of his units, but huge value from Creator on that one.
Yeah, it's going to chase him away here. Ooh, nice snipe. And it seems like Creator has sort of snaked his way around the map. He might be in a good position to try to strike now.
Yeah, maybe.
Has
that disruptor in there. Very hard for Maru to engage this, really.
Yeah. Really nice disruptor shot.
Oh! Yeah, down go
so
quite a few
kill all
Marus.
the interceptors, though. We're seeing a lot get killed off here.
Yeah, this is kind of how you have to do it, I think, against the swing carriers, right?
Oh, dude, the nuke is pretty sick, dude.
That is a good defensive nuke if I've ever seen.
Is there an observer there? Yeah, there is.
Oh, well. Good try. All right, a blink forward. Is this the right play?
I think Creator might, if he can keep this position and push up towards the natural, he might just win.
Oh, that disruption shot. Does pretty well right there.
Colossus goes down. Just Stalkers now.
Yeah,
but
only he could get rid of that
interceptors.
prism tasteless. I mean,
where's the prism now?
He could knock down the
I see it now.
interceptors,
Sorry, it's
but
like right in the middle of the screen.
Yeah, huge amounts of zealots keep getting warped in here. DT's being added as well. See, he's trying to get it. He just can't quite get it.
Okay, so this is kind of crazy, man. I'm having a hard time kind of like looking at this and figuring out who's going to take this, because again, the Robo units are all gone besides the Warp Prism, right? But Zealots, Stalkers, and Archons are still pretty good. And the Carriers are just refilling the Interceptors. Now, the other thing is that Maru hasn't actually killed any position yet. He's just sort of like very close to getting up into the main. Where's the Ghost?
Attempts to go down. I'm not entirely sure.
Because if the nuke is going to land, he has to leave.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, I think we just had to cancel on the nuke.
Yeah.
And it goes to the recall, so it looks like Maru does swing it over. And
now, can he swing this the other way? I feel like, you know, I don't know.
He can kill bottom right or something like that, I think.
Oh, that's fun. This is funny.
How annoying is
well, that's just going to be there for a while. That's its home now. Yeah, I mean, the question now is, can he move out and try to hit another base here?
Creator looking not too happy with himself at the moment.
Well, you know, I think he was hoping he could get out. It's kind of funny. We saw this build up to this epic army, and then he tried to take the fight. Saw Creator take his hand off the mouse for a second. I think a little bit at a loss here. Notice that his minerals and gas are very low. I mean, Maru's are too, but if he was going to remake Carriers, that's going to take a long time. Carriers need to be in a certain amount. You have to have a certain amount of Carriers for them to work.
Yeah.
It's not like a Disruptor where it's like you have one and then you have two, and it's like, well, then you get 2 Disruptor shots. And I think right now, he's at, 5? But I think 2 of those are fresh.
Look, he has a lot of bases. He's still at 87 probes. I see that he's frustrated, but he's got a lot of play left in this game. I think as long as he has a decent amount of Disruptors and he's keeping an eye on where the Terran army is, like, Disruptors make it very hard to break a base.
Yeah, you're right about that.
A good dodge. Oh, what? He picks off the other Disruptor.
Oh, great targeting here. I think we're going to see Creator fall here.
You might be right. Let's see what this Disruptor shot can do.
Pretty good.
Sick one.
Yeah, he's losing too many Carriers here. GG. Maru takes it. It's going to be Maru, guys, going on to the round of 10. We have 3 players left here at Group B, and in all of the round of 20 as well. And that means there's only one more spot after this. Wow.
That's right. That's right. We will take it. Unsure as of right now, but Maru going to go over for his interview. Of course, him and Creator, very long time teammates over on Jin Air.
Yeah. Well, hopefully Creator's not too bad of a shape. By the way, this is also a total possibility. Creator could get eliminated here, guys. So Rogue's already gone. We could have our 2 finalists out. Just keep that in the back of your minds. We're going to be throwing it over to Andy to get our interview translated with Maru. He is moving on to the round of 10 in Season 2 of the GSL.
Maru defeats Creator 2-0, and he moves on to the round of 10, first place group. We're going to have an interview with Onside Gaming Maru. Congratulations. Thank you. Wow, Maru, your Widowmine drops were fantastic to watch, and the Ghosts also. So you gain a 2-0 victory over Creator, and you advance. How do you feel? I thought today would be a hard match, so I'm really happy to move on. So the Widowmine drops were fierce today, and the Ghosts were really instrumental to your victory. In the last game, the Protoss was going all-star gate and all the air units, but you're able to defeat the army using the Ghosts. So what was that strategy about? So, you know, I had a feeling as long as he doesn't use Disruptor well, I had a good chance of winning. So, last time in Season 1, you lost in the round of 10, so was this kind of like a revenge match? I mean, I didn't really care about it that much.
지금 조성주 선수의 10강 탈락을 예상했던 분들이
So last
거의
season, nobody
없었기 때문에
expected you to
10강
get eliminated in round of 10.
충격적이었어요.
So it was quite shocking
스스로 뭐 부침이
back then.
있었는지 아니면 풀리그의 좀 방식
So
때문이었는지
what might have been the
어떤
reason?
이유가
Was it because
있었다고
the format
생각하세요?
changed to full league system?
어깨가 좀 많이 안 좋았는데.
Well, at the time, my shoulder ached a lot.
10강 이후로 다시 병원 다니고 있어요.
So this time, after round of 10, I've been going to the hospital a lot.
치료를 꾸준히 하시길 정말
So hopefully you get a lot of good treatments for your shoulder.
그렇다면 오늘 강민수 선수의 경기도
Right, so Maru, let's talk about the match against Solar.
애트모스피어 경기요.
So in 2000 Atmospheres,
the
the Brawlords and the Banelings were heavily attacking you, but you were able to defend the undefendable. So we knew that you were very good at using ghosts, but using the ghosts and the sword so well today to defend it, it was really amazing to watch. So how did it feel like defending the undefendable army? Well, honestly, I didn't expect the roaches to come in, so I was kind of startled. But then again, I had the feeling that if I defend just once, I would be able to overturn the game. So Maru, it was just amazing how you were able to defend that.
조성주 선수 오랜만에 받고 또 경기 외적인 질문도
So Maru, let's talk about something that's not related to game.
사실 오늘 경기 전까지 1티어 선수들이
Well,
탈락을 했거든요.
prior to today's match, all the first seeded players in the group got eliminated. Zest, Rogue.
조성주 선수의 그 G5의 도전에
So especially Rogue, he was threatening your G5 achievement. So how was it like watching them getting eliminated? Well, I didn't have much thought. They're all stellar players. So I didn't really
GSL 5회 우승.
think they would get eliminated, but it was not too extraordinary. So what about G5L this season, Maru? Honestly speaking, I don't think this is going to be possible for this season. I think Rogue is going to achieve it first. So Maru, do you think there's a do you think there's a player who might threaten you? I don't really think so. I think as long as my condition's well, I think I can have a good shot.
자, 그렇다면 지금 조성주 선수가 오셨기 때문에 더 많은
So Maru, because you were playing today, I think a lot of fans are here at the venue to cheer for you.
마지막으로 한마디 해주세요.
So before you go, anything you want to say to them? Thank you everyone for coming here to support me. Last season I got eliminated too quickly. This time I'm going to have a long run.
다시 한번 저 1위
Right, once again, congratulations, Maru. Thank you.
A lot of people coming down to the studio.
Yeah, a lot of Maru fans there waiting, checking out afterwards. Great to see him playing so well today.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, we're back on camera. I'm like so far off the shot right now.
We actually split ways.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We're actually playing catch with a baseball on other sides of this shot. So Maru moves on, but I think the big takeaway, at least for me here, is that Creator could still get eliminated.
What?
Yeah. Already happened to Rogue.
I don't buy it.
Well, I hope it doesn't happen.
Imagine that both the finalists
That is
out.
not the season that I want to be casting, but it could. Guys, short break. We'll be right back with the losers match.
I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Some say that zero. 그래 걱정 빼고 고민 빼고 망설임 빼고 This is zero life. 없어도 되는 건 빼고 실성사이다 제로.
상큼함 맥스 칼로리 X 맛있는 탐스 제로 요즘 제일 탐나는 제로 탐스 제로 같이 떠나볼래?
아침엔 라떼 홀릭 점심엔 라떼 홀릭 저녁엔 라떼 홀릭 둥글하게 달콤하게 라떼 홀릭
달달한 충전이 필요할 땐 칸타타
라떼 홀릭
I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I'll be coming up hot for a minute. Some say that zero. 그래 걱정 빼고 고민 빼고 망설임 빼고 This is zero life. 없어도 되는 건 빼고 실성사이다 제로.
상큼함 맥스 칼로리 X 맛있는 탐스 제로 요즘 제일 탐나는 제로 탐스 제로 같이 떠나볼래?
아침엔 라떼 홀릭 점심엔 라떼 홀릭 저녁엔 라떼 홀릭 둥글하게 달콤하게 라떼 홀릭
달달한 충전이 필요할 땐 칸타타
라떼
형님들 아프리카에 승부 예측 생긴 거 아세요, 여러분들?
아니 e스포츠 여기 탭에 있잖아요, 여러분들. 아니 이게 새로 생겼더라.
저는 광동에 올인했어요. 아 진짜요? 아 그럼 전 DRX에 올인. 모바일도 똑같이 아래 가운데 보면 e스포츠 있어요. 잼이라는 포인트가 있어요.
아프리카 내에서 쓸 수 있는 재화라고 생각하시면 돼요.
잼을 사은품으로 교환 가능하다고요?
이 잼으로 응모로 다 할 수 있어.
키보드는 벌써 나갔네.
아이폰 갤럭시 탭. 아 이게 200잼이야?
교환까지 할 수 있으니까 형님들 아프리카 승부 예측 많이 사랑 부탁드립니다. 받아오도록 하겠습니다.
Today's matchup. Creator. King. Solar. Maru. Round of 20. Group E. Africa TV. Freak Up Studio. Live. 2022 GSL Season 2.
What is this cool song? It's like rock, but it's got kind of like cool retro music playing. Oh, now it's gone. Welcome back, everybody.
Dying out.
GSL continues on. This is going to be Solar versus Keen. I don't know what to expect, man. I think Solar might just smash Keen. I will say Solar seems to have a little bit of a tough time with engaging with Terrence. The thing is, Keen just didn't look like he was that strong at all.
We're going to see a double proxy racks, and we're also going to see a BC rush that's followed up by Hellbats. You said you don't know what we're going to see? That's my prediction right there.
You might be the most prescient caster in the world, Artosis. That definitely could be the case.
Look, I don't want it to be the case. If you're weaker than your opponent and you use Hellbats, it's not going to work. But let's see.
All right, guys, we're going to go to Berlingrad for map 1, 2,000 atmospheres for map 3, and Curious map 2. I got to go. Artosis, you talk.
So it's good. The ordering is going to be, the first game is going to be the double proxy. The second game is going to be the BC Hellbat.
All right. And what if there's a third game?
No, there's not going to be a third game.
There's not going to be a third game? All right. I think you might be right, Artosis.
If it's exactly that, I'm going home in your casting last series.
All right, guys, our map's loaded up. This is Solar versus Keen. The loser is out of the GSL.
I came for war.
KaiZ Gaming. Solar. Kwangdong Freaks. Keen.
Ah, CC first build. Very cool.
I think this makes a lot of sense.
I'm glad to be wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's going to catch him too. It's not any sort of aggressive build from Solar, so he's going to get away with this CC first easily. And that's about as high quality an opening you can get without killing your opponent's drones.
So there's some cool ideas with this. I mean, basically, if you get away with going for command center first and they don't attack you, you're like so ahead. I think it is important to kind of point it out. It's almost like a cheese. Like when you see these guys and they're making buildings in the middle of the map and they're trying to like throw them off and punish them. This is sort of an economic version of that, you know?
Yeah, it's gained some popularity lately as well. You don't see many very fast pool first builds. Like even Dark doesn't do anymore. He was like the last holdout of 12 pool.
You know what I wonder with this? I wonder if this had any influence from ASL. We do occasionally see StarCraft 1 strats influence StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 2 strats influence StarCraft 1.
It feels that way sometimes.
But and I know that there's people that like only watch one and they're like, I want you to talk about the other game. And I'm like, I just don't want you to watch either of them, to be honest with you. But the reality is the last couple years, I think at least 2 years, we had a lot of command center first builds. And, you know, I remember casting ASL, and I don't think I ever actually said it out loud, but I remember thinking, why don't we just see this in StarCraft 2 more? This is like a pretty smart idea. Seems like nobody goes command center first, but now it seems like we're starting to have it.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible there's some sort of influence there. In my opinion, I think it's like closer to, like, this is a pretty natural evolution as pool first really starts to go away, because the better people get, the worse, like, really early cheeses like a pool are, right? Like, the thing is, Lings are pretty terrible without speed, and then like when you add speed, it's like, okay, what are we doing with this build? Oh, he has a wall in. Okay, now that's terrible as well. So it doesn't take too long, I think, for the game to get to a state where you see very few like 12 poolish type openers, and then naturally you should get more command center first, which will force eventually, the more command center first we see, it'll force more things like, you know, very aggressive openers like 12 pool. So and it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly that. I don't have the timings like in my head for exactly what punishes, but either way, you know, it's good to see. Like, stuff like this causes corrections in metagames. But here we have a very, very, very fast third command center as well. He went like Reaper third CC, and look at this, he's going 2 eBays. This is like literally the greediest thing. The only thing I can think that's like greedier was like
2 CC.
Wasn't it 4 GG when he came to StarCraft 2? Do you remember, like, everyone's going 3 CC and he started going 4 CC to the point where it didn't even make sense?
Yeah,
and
I remember MMA. I remember seeing like both guys fast expand. MMA made like a third CC, like right away, like on the spot. One of the most memorable games for me ever, and I'm like, whoa, okay. Is that the way? And then, 4CG made the 4th CC, and I'm like, no, this can't be.
Yeah, eventually.
If this was the way the game would be played, it would be so different from how, like, we would have started out trying to understand it from the completely wrong angle.
So, we actually have a good amount of Lings being made right now. Baneling Nest on the way as well. Might see some aggression then. It's possible. Does he try to actually bust in somewhere? I'm not sure. No, he's droning again. I guess the Baneling Nest may be just a defensive measure. He's not entirely sure what's going on over on Keen's side of the map.
Yeah, he's killed the Reaper off. So we've got a lot of Marines right now just being cranked out here for the time being.
This is
going to be, go ahead.
This is the greediest thing I've ever seen.
It's pretty cool.
It's the most powering, greedy, like, I mean, if he can't get something done with this, he has to cheese in game 2. Because you can't have a better economic opening than this. You can't. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. And, like, the speed of the eBays, too. He's, like, starting 2 eBays with, like, 2 army supply, like, off of 3 commands. It's wild. And, look, Solar has, like, no idea what's going on. He, like, started spores and stuff. It's just... Starport is like halfway done.
Yeah. He's got to be careful with these Marines, by the way. You don't have a medevac to pick these up. Like, They'll just lose him.
10 more lings were made because he walked out there.
Yeah.
It's 62 drones to 56 SCVs right now.
It's kind of crazy.
Keen is like, he's masterful.
He's powerful, man. He's got 1-1.
Dude, he's a Jedi. Like, he really, Solar just has been outdone as far as the opening goes.
So, if Keen was going to win a game and look impressive, it would be here. It's happening right now. I mean, his macro has been so on point. He's getting 3 more racks as Artosis. Now, remember, it is a TVZ, so you can misclick and lose all your Marines to a couple pains. So, but right now, I mean, he's looking great.
There's a lot of Ling Bane being fielded right now. A lot. I'm actually really surprised how much he's making. Is this to try to crush an army that comes in on creep, or is he going to try to do an attack?
I'm not sure.
Just defending for now. Keen gets away with both medevacs, loses a few Marines. That is a nice little counterattack group. As Baneling's speed finishes, I think he's just going to roll through the wall.
So, the 4th base is coming here. I mean, if there was a time to attack, it would be in the next minute or 2. But, I mean, a serious army out here right now for Terran.
Oh, he catches the Banes and sees Baneling's speed finish as well.
Looks like one's going to get shot down. The rest should get away here. Really good targeting. Oh, some of them get exploded. Yeah,
coming down some creep.
Yeah, gonna dart through here again and punish the creep.
So it is going to be Lingbane Hydra now. Hydra range on the way. Solar really getting his creep spread going. Some of it has been picked off.
Very slow game here. Do you think that there's a possibility that Keen kind of waited too long? By the way, he has no tanks.
Yeah, no, he's
so I'm
he's
kind of
so
wondering what the plan is here. I mean, you're going to have to eventually attack.
Well,
if you have no tanks, you have no splash damage. I'm not sure what you expect to do against Banelings.
Well, I think I get why. Because he powered so unbelievably hard. A natural progression, it's very easy to get tanks in there. But
True.
With how hard he powered with the instant 3rd CC, the instant double eBay, he's just made Marauders to fill that role, where they're going to try to tank and keep everything in the front. And look at this, he's moving out exactly on 2-2, which I think is, you don't want to move on 1-1. Like, you need your powering to really pay off, and that is a very quick 2-2. Solar's only halfway done. I don't know if this is going to work, but I think Keen did a superb job getting here.
Yeah. This is a lot of Banes being killed before they actually finish, man.
Yeah, he is picking off quite a few. Now the Marines trying to run back here. The Marauders doing a pretty good job being a wall here. My God.
Dude, Keen, I think he might have done it here.
Yeah.
Some more Banes coming. If the Banes aren't together.
And the drop in the main. And Solar does have some lings there, but he's being broken over here at his 4th. Marauders doing such a fantastic job. Some Banes rolling and do get some connections on the right-hand side, but too many Marines. And there you go. So that was the greediest, most powering build I have ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is 12 years of StarCraft 2. And that was the most insane thing ever. Like you pointed out, he got no mines, he got no tanks.
Yeah.
He went for Marauders to fill those roles, and they don't even have splash damage, but
he just had so much.
He optimized ridiculously.
Here's the thing, though, man. I mean, that was Command Center first. I don't think you can do that twice at a best of 3. If you can,
he should do that twice.
He should do it 3 times.
Yeah.
He should do it this last game and then lose the next 2 doing it, man.
Yeah. I'm down with that. Like, I mean, that was as powerful as you can get as far as macro goes.
Yeah.
There's nothing beyond that. We've seen the edge of the universe, Tasteless. There's no going back now.
2,000 Atmospheres is going to be our second map. Right now, Keen with a 1-0 lead in this best of 3. And don't forget, guys, the winner of this series is going to go on and face off against a GSL finalist Creator in the final best of 3 of the last group of the round of 20.
I thought it was going to start.
I thought I did it perfectly.
Yeah.
KaiZ Gaming, Solar. Kwangdong Freaks, Keen.
Hey, pull first.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
And it's another command center first.
Dude.
Pesos, you said you can't do that twice, and
I
I
was
said
wrong.
he should do it twice.
This is just very embarrassing for me, everyone.
No. You were right. He's doing command center first against pool first.
I know. But I was just saying, like, he can't. Because he can't do it, he won't do it, is what I mean.
Well, but your warning was prescient.
It was. Heed that.
Yeah, heed that. Let's see exactly how this goes down because
I don't think we cast this very often.
No, well, the different pool times, I'm not sure exactly what does what, but obviously 6 lings being made and the barracks is like a third the way done. This is not optimal. I don't know if we're going to see a mass Marauder Marine push at 9 minutes with 2-2 here. Let's see what the lings do. But occasionally you see someone that does one of these pools, and that's why I was kind of talking about 12 pools specifically, because we know 12 counters it.
Yeah.
But some of the slightly later pools, how do they do exactly? Because he sees 2 lings coming right now, so now he knows to spool first. Reaper right away. I actually think that, Tasis, you were wrong. He's going to hold this easily.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's very embarrassing for me. It just keeps getting embarrassing in different ways.
Yeah.
I really put myself out there and it didn't work out.
No, that's too bad. Oh, okay, so the 2 lings, he's looking for the Reaper to run past and go after them.
It's kind of an epic chase over here. That SCV's head flew up to the top. Got decapitated.
Dude, Keen in very good shape. A very different build, by the way.
Yeah.
He's going into his factory right away. He's going into a reactor right away. The last game was instant 3rd command center. So this is definitely going to be more tech heavy.
Oh, he's going to hide the drone.
There's the starport. I would not be surprised if...
Okay, he does shut it in time.
I would not be surprised if this does go to BC, by the way. Like I was kind of mentioning before. This is actually just a good map for stuff like that.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, it could be Banshee as well. Banshee's not bad here, but all that dead airspace behind the main can be fantastic for BCs to retreat into, wait for their teleport timing.
It's going to be these 2 SCVs.
Viking.
Yeah, when Viking comes, you could still have a BC afterwards. Viking's not a bad idea to clean out some of those overlords.
Yeah. He landed the factory wrong, so he's building 1 Hellion instead of 2. It's kind of funny. There we go. Fix that. 3rd command center on the way. Tech lab likely to swap with the starport. Keen is someone that goes mech sometimes, by the way, so could possibly be that. Or maybe just start stim here. So it is going to be Banshee. And it is going to be Bio.
Okay. No mech here. Now again, the question is really, how is Solar going to try to adapt in these games where his opponent's basically coming out very much ahead? Right? This is the 2nd time in a row where Keen has gotten a head start.
Yeah, and well, no instant 3rd command center, but the fact that Solar went pool first, it's like, it's comparable, I'd say, in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But more tech heavy, of course, from Keen. See what he gets done with the Viking, Banshee, few Hellions.
Okay, the Solar's going to come in here and just confirm, yes, it is bio. Here's the third CC, all the stuff you need to know. Now we've got the 2 E-base finishing. Is there any chance we don't have any tanks this game again?
This looks to me like a game that's going to have tanks. Like just the delays that we've seen, right?
Yeah.
The last one was just super optimized, and then this one with that additional attack, there's just more time to fit in things like tanks.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not just about maximizing Marine count here. It's you're utilizing the other tools as well. And yeah, he has a tank starting, so definitely going to look a little bit more standard here.
Okay. So the Spire about halfway done here. A very, very kind of inactive game here on both sides. You know, both staying back, which makes sense. I mean, you know, Keen got into this great position, kind of like last game, and is going to power up. So I don't think we're going to see anything until like over 150 supply, I think.
You're probably right. Like maybe very light scuffling with Hellion Banshee. A couple Lings running around. Obviously, as the mutas come out, they're going to want to get active here. Yeah, the 1-1 combat shields would probably be the quickest that we see Keen actually do anything other than remove creep with his Marine Force.
All right, this Banshee's going to get pushed back.
The landed Viking looking for some kills. Where's he
go.
going? Where's he going?
That moment where he started spinning around, he was doing 360s. All right, it's going to be Ling Mutabane here. 2 more bases coming.
All right, the creep spread is pretty fantastic. Halfway.
Yeah.
Already.
Solar playing the game he needs to play here. And here comes 1-1 about to finish. I don't know if that's going to be the moment he wants to attack out, though. Now, Zerg's 1-1 is also not far behind, so if he's not going to attack now, he probably needs to wait for 2-2.
Yeah, I think it should be a 2-2 once again here.
Nice catch over here. Getting the reinforcements.
Turret in that line, very, very important. Marines stimming from both sides. Ooh, goes after the tank.
Oh, doesn't get it, though. Keen looking so strong. 6 more mutas on the way. Air weapons for the Zerg is upgrading, so he's going to go for that big Ling Mutabane comp. Basically, this big Wrecking Ball composition. Now, the thing about both of these armies is they're a little glass cannon-ish.
Yeah.
Like, you get a good fight, you do a lot of damage, you're fine, but if you get caught in a weird angle, they can just crush you.
Now, everything looking like pretty standard and normal at the moment. We have Drilling Claws, Thor's, Mines, 2-2. 2-2 here for the Ling Bane Muta, getting +1 as well, Overlord speed, all that good stuff. Expanding some more as well. Now, here is the thing that I am very interested in here, Tasteless. First off, I do not think that there is a reasonable attack timing approaching. Solar's supply is going to stay at max. His creep is absolutely insane. So we can see that Keen, unlike Maru in that game, hasn't really found any damage, right? Like,
yeah,
he flew around a little bit, but there was no real damage.
It's honestly, Artosis, it's been kind of a weird cast this game because Keen's actually not done anything on the map literally at all. It's just like sort of, you know, like nothing's going down. I mean, this is a pretty big difference here.
But yeah, like Keen's getting a lot of good things, a lot of like his production and all these great upgrades. He's trying to push some creep back. But this is the type of situation that we were talking about before, where we saw Ryung and Maru. Like, when Zerg gets to this point, attacks don't really work anymore. Now, is that going to be something that Keen realizes / agrees with?
Yeah.
Because he's, like, pretty aggressively pushing back creep. I don't know if he's going to try a real pushing on. Wow.
Oh, man. A lot of Banes coming through here. The Marines are actually kind of spread out enough, though, that this isn't like the most optimum damage.
Yeah, he held it all right.
2-2's about to finish here. But Zerg's maxed out. Dude, this is going to be like literally the entire map covered in creep, except for like, I don't know, the 20th of the map that the Terran has.
And I think he needs to be able to play it slow like we saw from Maru, right? Like, work on your unit composition. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
This is getting bad right now.
Well, you know, I got to be a little bit critical of Keen here. Like, you actually have to engage with your opponent in this game. Keen's got to come in here and look, I mean, game one of this series, that was pretty epic.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, StarCraft is not a game where you can just sort of sit back and, you know, it's not SimCity. You know, you can't just...
Both sides of the match were definitely not SimCity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Zerg is playing SimCity and the Terran's trying to knock it down.
Exactly.
But, yeah, it's like he just kind of sat there and it's like, well, Zerg has so much creep now that they might as well be map hacking, see everything.
Yeah. And, like, Maru was barely able to parry everything Solar did at this position. It seems unlikely to me that Keen is going to be able to do that, but we'll see. Some sick mine hits there. Truly sick mine hits. Oh my god, might get some more.
Nice connections there.
I think Keen's micro here is pretty solid. Looking good.
Yeah, I think his micro is fine, but I just don't know that he's going to be able to claw his way back in this game. He just doesn't have the kind of income.
Well, he needed that fourth not to die, that's
Sometimes
for sure.
I feel like when I see players like Keen, I'm like, you're just good enough that you can actually qualify for this tournament, but you're not modernizing your play. Like, you know, we've both been laddering our toes. So it's like, no, you encounter somebody and like they're good, but they're playing a really weird old style.
All the time.
You know, and you're like, oh, okay. This is somebody who doesn't play that often, but and they're kind of like stuck in the past with an approach, but like they're really good at what they're doing.
Sure, yeah.
You know, I feel like that's a little bit of what Keen's game looks like. Like, you know, if you look at, you know, Maru or Bunny or some of these other good Terrans where they're just so good at, like, taking different spots of creep out and kind of shutting that down. Yeah. I don't know. Now, again, you know, it would be remiss if I did not mention that, honestly, Solar, like, really struggled to, after he basically had the game won, finish Maru off to the point where Maru fought back from the depths of hell. I don't know if this is going to be one of those games, too. Well, it's not looking like it with connections like that.
Yeah. It's getting very out of hand right now, but he's trying to hold on. A lot of medevacs, good medevac retention.
Okay, he's actually going to just get the planetary.
That's it.
Jeeges.
Jeeges, man. Never heard that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so tied up 1-1. Solar putting out a high-quality game there, but yeah, Keen command center first, into some Hellions and a Banshee, third base, go towards 2-2, but by then Solar's so big that Keen can't do anything. I think he needs to go back to the drawing board. Like game one, something like that you can never call weak. Like if like the way he optimized game one was such insanity. If something like that doesn't work, there's an actual issue, right? But this kind of very middle of the road thing he did in game two, even though he had a nice command center first opening, not going to work. Not ever going to work against Solar.
Curious minds here for map 3. Could we have a CC first again?
Yeah, we could actually. Yeah, we could.
I hope so, man.
Solar's not going to 12.
Guys, game 3's up. Let's go. Who's going to get knocked out of GSL? We're going to find out now.
I came for war.
KaiZ Gaming, Solar. Guangdong Freaks, Keen.
Okay. So let's see what Keen has up his sleeve this time. I'd imagine this is going to be like a Reaper expand, but we'll see. Solar just with the hatch first, so not messing around with any pool first play.
The biggest criticism I have had of Keen overall here is just his lack of engagement with the other player. He did pull off this like real bank robbery of a build in game one. which is great, you know, and he, you know, totally took Solar for a ride and crushed him there. But in game 2, it's like, okay, you know, you do have to try to clean creep. You do have to try to drop him. You know, the best Zergs in the world are so good at basically, like, you know, like Neo in the Matrix when he starts to block the Agent Smith attacks with one hand. Like, they're doing that the whole time, and they're taking bases.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, with the other hand, and then, like, in this game, it's like, well, he's just taking bases. You're not even attacking him. And do you know how fast he's going to grow and take the map then?
Yeah.
Like, did you just see the game versus Maru? Where Maru was, like, all over the map the whole time, and Solar still got more than enough to close the game out. He just wasn't mechanically and tactically strong enough to do so.
Yeah.
And then Keen, like, you know, he got owned in that last game at the end. It wasn't an exciting build up to it because he didn't do anything about it, right? I mean, I think anybody who's played enough StarCraft has had that experience of, like, man, this Zerg is just, like, taking everything. You know, how do I stop this? Well, I guess I have to try to come out on the map and attack him. I can't just wait, right? And that's kind of when you start to realize how exciting the game can be, is you have all these moments to try to drop and harass and hit different locations, and all this drama picks up. Keen didn't do any of that.
Yeah, that's true. Well, he definitely needs a very strong plan going in. I think that this is kind of key. Like, okay, total optimization worked. Middle of the road absolutely didn't work. Maybe Maru can make middle of the road work because he's finding every single location for damage, but Keen wasn't really doing that, right?
Right.
He was not that active. He didn't actually even give himself that many active units. A lot of times when you see Hellion Banshee, you're going to see more than what we saw here. You're going to see it quicker. And it just, none of that occurred. You got like a Viking into the Banshee, and it's like one Banshee, and it doesn't do much. And so hopefully we have a plan here that's going to be much more active for Keen. Because it's definitely not something that's going to be super optimized where he can just kind of attack and maybe kill Solar. It's, yeah, like he's making the Hellions. Here we go, Banshee time. Cloak. Okay, Cloak this time. Dig it.
So, yeah, man. I'm also kind of surprised we haven't seen anything cheesy at all here from Solar the whole day, right? I guess he did that full first opening, but it didn't seem to be anything. Certainly intended to punish a CC first, right? I guess we're so used to seeing like pull very quickly, which does punish CC first in ASL. But nothing of the sort here. I mean, Solar just seems to want to kind of rely on, you know, a big macro game.
Yeah, that is how he's playing today. You're definitely right about that.
Isn't it like every day that we cast Solar, there's at least one Nidus network, right? Doesn't it feel like that?
I don't think of him with Nidus as much as Dark or Rogue, but certainly more than he's shown today. You know, I think that we'll probably see him be more aggressive against Creator if he wins here.
I think so.
I think ZVP is probably a little bit easier to be aggressive in some ways.
I think that's true.
Like, yeah, there's definitely aggressive plays you can do in Zerg vs. Terran, but sometimes they get caught, right? Like, if you do, like, one of these 8 Roach pushes, and they didn't go third CC, they actually went Banshee quickly, you're like, oh, no. You know? Okay, there is a second Banshee going to pop out here. More Hellions have been made. More Rax is coming up. eBay's slightly ahead of the Evolution Chambers.
In some ways, this is looking like previous games. We're seeing the Hellions come out here. He hasn't cleaned up that much creep yet. 2 Banshees now set up. And more SCVs to be transferred here at the third. 60 workers to 49. And just think back to the last 2 games, guys, and how the Terran had almost matched the Zerg with worker counts. And how different it is this time around. Because again, Keen went for a much more ordinary opener.
All right, Cloak Banshee's coming in now. Has the Overseer, so can't do something like force a Cancellator, it looks like. Flying right by. Not finding that damage. A couple medevacs are being made. Maybe we'll see Keen active with those units, but the creep spread's getting pretty good.
Okay. Not a lot of creep tumors, but again, this creep spread is very, very good. Hellions getting deflected here.
Sick grenade.
Sick, dude.
Look at that grenade, man. He zoned those queens out.
Okay. The build-up continues on. Again, I don't think we're going to have any attacks here until about 2-2. But 1-1's going to finish here. Baneling speed is done. And, I don't know, Artos. There's not much to say, man.
No.
These guys have actually kind of made a pretty unremarkable series, if I had to say so.
Game 1 was fascinating.
Game 1 as a build was fascinating, yeah.
But, yeah, it was single
There's not a lot of action going down there.
There was certainly not a lot of action.
It was watching a campaign.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, Solar is deflecting everything, but the thing is, the attacks are not that big. They're not that intense or anything anyways.
Right.
Keen is trying to hit multiple locations. Overlord dropping some creep so he can kind of re-creep a little bit quicker.
Okay, nicely done. A little bit more engagement here from Keen. Here come the two Banshees now. They're going to try to one-shot drones.
Flying by to the main base. Does he have a spore in the main?
I'm not sure. I know we've had shots of it, but I haven't actually looked for it.
Oh, he turned
yeah.
back around.
He's got one over there. So, I mean, this one, I don't even know if he's going to be able to get up there. I guess it's got like 1 HP. Nice snipe in here from Keen, but he's not. Oh, he is going to be able to force a cancel. Beautifully done. Yeah.
Sling Bane Hydra being created. All right, quite a few Marauders coming up. So, overall composition-wise, similar to what we saw Game 1, but he did add in these Hellions and Banshees, which I have to say I don't think provided that much value for him.
Yeah.
They helped with the creep a little bit. The Banshee harassment wasn't that good. The Hellions didn't really get too much, although you don't expect them to get too much.
Well, Zerg's going to have a moment to really try to take a fight here, especially as these lurkers are going to be made.
Yeah, he needs that hive as well.
Yeah, 2-2 is going to be done in a little bit here.
4 Marauders, 8 Marines at a time. So we'll see, yeah, has a couple tanks in here as well.
Now, I don't know what these Hellbats are doing over here. This is kind of funny. Nice denial on these Banes, by the way. Now, there's no 4th base for Terran yet. And Zerg is getting a 5th and just now a 6th. So, like, you need to start to match them. I would like to see a CC either at 6 o'clock or at 3 o'clock here.
Well, match them or get up here and kill some stuff, right?
Yeah.
This 90 drone economy is going to be absurd. A lot more Banes are being made on the low ground there.
2-2 is about to finish as this attack is about to activate. By the way, that 4th base is being taken.
4 tanks and 15 Marauders. Let's see if he can actually hold these Banes. Siege is just slightly late there, unfortunately. The Banes rolling through a lot, but Keen pushing everything back.
Yeah, and now he's going to try to come in here and take this base. I worry there's just so many Banes, though. I see 1 tank here.
Yeah, the Marauders tanked a bit there as well, though. And now it's just Hydra, but oh no, there's a bunch
So
more
many
Banes.
more Banes.
Never mind.
Yeah, they keep being made.
Oh my god. Where did those come from?
I know. I think he has so many that are just morphing as they're coming right out of the hatches. So it's kind of like these staggered sets of Banelings coming in. Well, I don't think the rest of this game is particularly challenging here for Solar. I think he's just going to go and stop the 4th base from finishing.
Look at his creep spread.
Yeah.
Look at this down at like
He's literally
6 o'clock.
making a dinosaur mouth that's going to eat the red side of the map. If you look very closely, it's complete with an eyeball at the very top.
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah.
I actually
It's
see
like a giant snake and its jaw is like opening up and he's just going to take all of the red bases and just fit it in his mouth.
Is this the dinosaur tongue right here?
Where? Oh, yeah, that thing? Yeah, and that tongue has another smaller dinosaur mouth on it. I've often thought, wouldn't it be cool if I had like a little tasteless head inside of my mouth, like when I cast?
Oh, for sure.
And like right when it's time for GG, I open my mouth and the little tasteless head comes out and goes GG like that.
You're like that guy from Total Recall, but it's in your mouth instead. Tastes, you are hideous. That guy gave me nightmares as a child.
And as I say GG, my eyes get as bulged as Arnold Schwarzenegger's doing Total Recall.
All right, Solar is starting to attack. Keen has high supply. He has good upgrades. 3-3 is on the way. Oh boy, that's a lot of bangers. Oh, yeah. The Blinding Clouds come down on those tanks.
Oh, the baits!
Oh,
damn,
God.
13 kills on that. He's in and then he's out.
Keen trying to go for a counter here.
I mean, Keen has to make this work again. He's actually pretty poorly funded here. Oh my God, so much damage here. Zerg's gonna regroup, but more Banes are gonna hatch here. Here they are.
Yeah, he's just rolling through. Cost efficiency be damned. He's killing everything with the Banes. And Keen has to GG. So Keen will get last in the group overall. I think he put out 2 really high quality games today. Game 2 against Creator, Game 1 against Solar. Those were some good games.
Yeah.
Those were good games by him. It's a tough group though. It's a very tough group. And so Solar will go on to that final match against Creator. We do get a CVP here.
That was rough, man. Keen, again, look, dude, I don't know how else to say it, man. He's definitely just not round of 10 quality. You know, it seems like he probably was one of the players that barely got in this season.
Yeah.
I hope to see him again down the road, but I hope to see him in an improved version of himself. Up next, guys, it's the final match of the evening. And the final match of the round of 20, only one spot for that round of 10. It's either going to go to Solar or Creator, and we're going to get to that after this.
I just want to drown with you tonight. Breathe you in this loud as suicide. Get so close, your electric shock. Comatose and it won't wear off. Drown with me, cause I don't feel alive.
Voices crawl inside your head. Remember all the words you said. Look inside and you will find the strength to carry through it. So I say give up, never give in. I want you to do something right, do it to win. Indestructible, yeah, indestructible. Voices call inside your head. Remember all the words you said. Look inside and you will find the strength to carry through it. So I say, never give up, never give in. I want you to do something right, do it to win. Indestructible, yeah, indestructible. I've been coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I've been coming up hot for a minute. 그래 걱정 빼고 고민 빼고 망설임 빼고 This is zero life. 없어도 되는 건 빼고 실성사이다 제로.
상큼함 맥스, 칼로리 X, 맛있는 탕 제로. 요즘 제일 탐나는 제로, 탐스 제로. 같이 떠나볼래?
아침은 라떼, 홀리 점심은 라떼, 홀리 저녁은 라떼, 홀리 둥글하게 달콤하게 라떼 홀리.
달달한 충전이 필요할 땐 칸타타.
라떼 홀리.
I've been coming up hot for a minute. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. Everybody know the drop when I'm in it. I've been coming up hot for a minute. 실성사이다 제로. 그래 걱정 빼고 고민 빼고 망설임 빼고 This is zero life. 없어도 되는 건 빼고 실성사이다 제로.
상큼함 맥스, 칼로리 X, 맛있는 탕 제로. 요즘 제일 탐나는 제로, 탐스 제로. 같이 떠나볼래?
아침은 라떼, 홀리 점심은 라떼, 홀리 저녁은 라떼, 홀리 둥글하게 달콤하게 라떼 홀리.
달달한 충전이 필요할 땐 칸타타.
라떼 홀리.
형님들 아프리카에 승부 예측 생긴 거 아세요, 여러분들?
아니 e스포츠 여기 탭에 있잖아요, 여러분들. 아니 이게 새로 생겼더라.
저는 광동에 올인했어요. 아 진짜요? 아 그럼 전 DRX에 올인. 모바일도 똑같이 아래 가운데 보면 e스포츠 있어요. 잼이라는 포인트가 있어요.
아프리카 내에서 쓸 수 있는 재화라고 생각하시면 돼요.
잼을 사은품으로 교환 가능하다고요?
이 잼으로 응모를 다 할 수 있어.
키보드는 벌써 나갔네.
아이폰 갤럭시 탭. 아 이게 200잼이야?
교환까지 할 수 있으니까 형님들 아프리카 승부 예측 많이 많이 사랑 부탁드립니다. 박수 부탁드립니다.
최고의 적의 정적 이병렬. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 1
결승진출 꿈은 이루어지고 있습니다. 우승자는 아직 끝나지 않았습니다. 시즌에 우승을 할 것이라고 예측한 사람 많지 않았습니다.
Today's matchup. Creator. King. Solar. Maru. Round of 20. Group E. Africa TV. Freak Up Studio. Live. 2022 GSL Season 2.
We are back, and we are ready to start this final best of 3. After this, we go to the next phase of GSL, the round of 10. It's going to be Solar and Creator duking it out. Now, if you had asked me a year or two ago who's going to come out on top of this match, I'd say Solar every time. But it's 2022, and things have changed. Creator is a much better player. He is obviously just now coming out of getting second place in Season 1. Making it to the GSL Finals, only to lose to Rogue, who is, basically the guy that everybody who has ever played StarCraft 2 and gotten far enough along has lost to. So I feel like, and by the way, he went 2-4 against Rogue, so he took games off of him.
Yeah, wasn't a bad series.
It was a good GSL Finals overall. Solar looks pretty strong. I would say he's playing at like maybe 80% of what his best play is, but he's a threat, man.
He is. And
he's a Tasis LAN party champion. You can't take that away from him, man.
Better than any GSL, that's for sure.
That's for
How
sure.
many GSLs have there been? Like, there's so many champions.
There's like been a billion, but for this one, he's the only Tasis LAN party champion. So, Creator hoping to just, take him down.
Kaizi Gaming. Solar. Team NV. Creator.
All right, I'm super excited for this match. The last one was a bit of a drain, dude. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
There were moments Artosis and me were looking at each other. We're like, I don't know, man. It's going to be your turn next. You got to say something. Game 2 and the last best of 3, I'm like, they're just not attacking each other, guys. I don't know.
No, that was not the greatest series, but let's see how this one goes. Like, I think that these two can give each other a good match. I think Creator is favored a bit. Oh, that Hot 6 logo almost looked like the probe was breathing fire.
Yeah.
Like, what is that, a StarCraft 1 probe? Look at that, online, 62 to 122. Damn.
Wow.
Wrecked.
Well, take it with a grain of salt, man. I mean, Creator's been in great shape now. Stats will only get you so far here, predicting who's going to take this, man. And again, I just want to say, I'm really happy that Creator has done as well as he's done here.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of the same players kind of coming up to the top, and the games have been good, and it's been fun to see how the RTS StarCraft 2 has evolved and grown. But having a player who's been around for a long time suddenly usurp all these great legends is so cool to see.
It really is. Now, it looks like we're going to have probably a proxy Oracle here. We haven't seen that as much in PvC. That used to be like such a mainstay. But nowadays, Stargates are always made in the main. So I'm a little bit excited. That's actually a surprising amount of lings being made. 8 lings.
Yeah.
Not expected.
So you're
Even
gonna
more
make
now.
any more?
Even more.
Yeah.
Huh.
So the third hatch is going to come down.
Is he going to find this?
It's a good question. He's kind of baited the ling over here already. Oh my God, he's so... I think he's going to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, does he not see it? Oh, he does not.
Oh my God, so lucky there from Creator. Now, that being said, does that matter? Because there are a lot of lings going across the map right now.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard to hold.
Okay, he's made another gateway here. With the number of lings that are being made, he might just be able to chip through the gates.
Oh, yeah.
And the core.
Totally. Okay, he sees so many lings at this point. Shield battery goes down. Needs to do a full wall here. Yep, Shade's behind. Very nice. Dude, that is so many lings being made. Solar just going for broke here. Shade's the other depth back. Add a little bit of damage in here.
Yeah, the core going down is going to be big because he can't have Warp Gate out here. Now, he did end up recalling the Oracle here. No core. Keep in mind that if this gate goes down,
he needs to heal the gate. What is he doing?
Ah, he gets in.
Oh, I'm surprised. I think that you're like, you need to heal the gate there.
Yeah, I was really shocked when he didn't actually save it. I was almost half-heartedly talking about how, you know, what happens if this thing gets killed off. The Oracle's out of energy. Dude, I think this is over.
Might be. That's a lot of kills, but we have this counter-attacking Oracle coming in now. That can kill a lot as well. And look at this. Using the probes to block for this Adept, not a bad idea. But so many lings are coming out, and he, without a core, like, he can't even make more Adepts to shoot over the wall.
Yeah, he can only make Zealots, which are not going to go that far against massive amounts of lings here.
And you have to pop them on the outside, so there's, you know, there's just not a lot there that you can do. Yeah, he killed like an okay amount of drones, but none of this really matters. Okay, he is using that now, the overcharge here to heal up those gates.
His lings are still alive in the main.
Yeah, it looks like he's dead, right? Now, there's only 12 drones, so...
Yeah, but I think there's just going to be so many lings out here. That Zealot is already gone. And he has no unit besides the one Adept that can really fight. And he can make lings faster than this Adept can kill them. He's going to try to sandbag this as best he can.
The Oracle, that Oracle runs out of energy. This one's still firing. Is there a... Is he going to hold? He had one more battery?
Oh, for some reason in my head, I thought it was another battery warping in, but no.
Oh my God,
There's another Adept coming here, man. It's going to get out. It is.
That's big. I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
All right,
he's held.
Maybe we called this too soon here.
Yeah, for sure. He held. That's it. Like, he's got 3 Oracles against a 12 drone.
Dude, Creator wins.
Yeah, that's... Wow.
Justice prevails.
When the lings busted and he only had 1 Adept, I thought for sure Creator was going to die.
Well, think of how many games we've casted where, like, that is exactly what's going to go down.
Yeah. Well done. Well done. Holds that all in. The Proxy Stargate, a blessing and a curse, right? The second Oracle killed a lot of drones, but the first one had to be recalled, so... Maybe it's a cleaner hold, but you don't kill any drones.
Yeah.
If it's in his main base. But Solar now on the brink of elimination.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, man. This is kind of scary here for Solar. I really thought he had that game like 100%. I think he thought it too. I think maybe if he controls even just a little bit better. That second Oracle, man, really changing the math. We're going to go to 2,000 atmospheres for map 2. Can Solar come back? Or is Creator going to squeak into that last spot in the round of 10 for the GSL?
I came for war.
KaiZ Gaming, Solar. Team NV, Creator.
Well, what will we see this time? I don't think Solar's going to pull the trigger like that again.
I mean, I don't think so. It is kind of telling that he did go for that strat, though.
You think so?
Where it's like, oh, you really don't want to play Creator in a real game, huh?
That might be. That might be. And, I mean, there are There are different all-ins too. Remember that drone drilling all-in that people were doing for a little bit?
Of course.
Where if your adept was on the map, you died.
Yeah, yeah.
That one disappeared a bit. We don't really see that anymore.
We don't have that many StarCraft 2 games lately that can just end really fast.
Yeah, people are pretty darn good at holding everything now.
We still have catastrophic ones in StarCraft 1 for sure. I think in the last maybe 2 years, we've literally seen 2 4 pools work.
Yeah,
which is
no,
funny.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. I mean, let's see what kind of game Solar's going to play. I'm sure Creator has a lot of cool stuff to show us for the matchup. He does not seem to be, you know, adopting any Heroes kind of weird stuff.
Yeah, I guess it's hard to say from the first game exactly, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, he went Oracle, it was proxied, but what was he going to do after that? Ling all incoming.
Yeah. Now, we can't learn much from Game 1 as far as how Game 2 is going to play out.
Gets a Stargate in his main. So,
yeah,
more standard in that way.
This way, it's even harder to kill him with the Masslings.
Yeah, for sure
he
it
can
is.
use his recall for something else. This is going to get my thing from my main to my natural more quickly.
What is Solar's game plan, though?
Yeah, I do wonder with that. And again, this matchup has been a fun one lately.
PVZ?
PVZ has, yeah.
We've seen a lot of variety this season.
Uh-huh.
A lot of variety.
And that's saying a lot because at times I feel like this has been our worst matchup at GSL. Is we've definitely had like these Protosses that are like.
That's true. Last year it was either Adept failing or Sky Toss.
Yeah.
That was like
it was
last year in
yeah.
a nutshell. Yeah.
It was either a quick loss or a really, really slow loss. So the 2 Adepts are going to shade in here and then commit down onto drones.
I like the finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. 3 drones already.
I think he realized it pretty quickly. All right, there's a real opportunity here.
4 drones. There
Gets
you go.
4, man. Nicely done.
Yeah. Looking good. Void Ray coming out after this first Oracle. Doesn't mean too much. Doesn't really point to what he's going to do. Just the third base definitely incoming. I guess that's the one thing Void Ray really does show.
Yeah.
Yeah, only getting 2 drones with that Oracle and taking a ton of hull damage, so not the most successful run in there.
All right, the Void Ray out. Now, again, one Void Ray doesn't really tell us a lot, right? You know, but I do want to watch and see, are we going to have more and more Void Rays get built up?
I don't think so. I think when you start the second Oracle, it's a single Void.
I think you're right.
Now, let's just see, like, I mean, if he adds a second Stargate, it can be another Void Ray, but I think no other way. Like, you do not make another Void Ray in this situation unless you're literally going Sky Toss right now.
Right.
Robo comes up after that third, and another Oracle on the way, so third Oracle. Yeah, so, I mean, with the... I'm actually not entirely sure what he's doing with this. This feels like a modified build. Okay, 2 sentries. What? I think he's going to go Disruptor.
Yeah, it would seem like you could get some good force fields up, right? And then the Disruptor shot might come in there with a pretty nice punish.
Like, it's just... I don't see how this is lining up into anything sharp. Okay, 2 more sentries. Okay, yeah. I mean, if you're going to make 4 sentries, the Immortal makes much more sense. And I guess from there, he's just going to go Blink and +1. There's nothing else it can really be, right? Like, I guess you could go Ground Pound with a charge, but I don't... It seems like with 4 sentries and an Immortal, likely he's just going to go for... Oh, it is charge. Damn, okay. Like, this is...
Yeah, I guess we were wrong, man.
It's going to be a strong, strong push.
Coming from a strong, strong gamer, Artosis.
Wow. I'm so proud of him.
Wow.
He's become such a strong young gamer.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this push is going to be tricky to deal with. Not exactly the newest build, but this could end up working out pretty nicely here.
Ooh, almost gets that.
I would imagine even Creator probably feeling pretty confident after holding that Ling all in. Sometimes those are the best wins. When someone tries to super cheese you and you barely hold it off, you're like, yes.
Yeah.
You know?
You definitely have a feeling of superiority after that.
Yeah. Okay, 5 more gates. And the Overseer is going to come in here right at the right time. They're going to know exactly where the rhythm is. +1, halfway done. Charge, of course, still on the way here. Oh, isn't this cute? The Spire in the very, very corner of the bottom right.
Well, the Spire, I think, is like, this is the brainiest thing that we've seen in this game, right?
Yeah, I really like this.
Because, you know, this ground pounding force that we've seen from, or what Creator's doing right now, obviously Mute of Bane is going to completely destroy it. He has 2 Baneling Nests coming. What is that all about?
It's probably a mistake.
Okay, some Archons being added in. Good choice.
Okay, 10 Mutas.
Yeah, Mutas are going to just ravage this.
Yeah, I think Solar's probably going to win this.
Well, this is part of the reason why, like, you go Blink with builds like this. But yeah, I like this for Solar right now.
I mean, there are 3 Archons, but yeah.
Yeah.
Now, did he get Blink at all?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
This is
so
just
it's not even like
like
he can just warp in Stalkers and fight them.
He just made an army that kills everything on the ground.
Yeah.
That's it. And now that there's units that are in the sky, what is he going to do?
Yeah, what's he going to do against his new opponent, Skyzerger?
Yeah.
So many more Mutas coming out here.
Yeah, he starts a Phoenix. That's not going to do a whole hell of a lot. Takes down this Void Ray in a matter of seconds. And yeah, flying around with the Archons in a Prism is a good way to try to defend this. Of course, you can just kind of dodge them out. Lots more Mutas being made. This is what I've been waiting for against stuff like this. Like, every now and then I bring this up, and then it feels like they never commit on the Mutas. It would be like 7 Mutas, and they go like Roach, Ling Bane.
Yeah, they
Ravager.
switch back into it, where
Yeah.
like, this guy is going to be a Muta gamer.
Yeah, and I like this type of position for Zerg. It's hard to play, I think, because obviously if you take a bunch of splash on those Mutas, like you get 1-4 engagement, you're in so much trouble. But the mobility that he has, he's forcing this really weird position here for Creator.
Yeah, another big attack coming in here. Nice shutdown on the warp in.
Yeah, has to back up.
Now, if we should point out the Mutas have not done like fatal damage here. So, you know, the game is going to go on. Oh, the warp prism!
Gets a good pick there. Still making the Phoenixes. It's like so hard to counter with Phoenixes at this point.
Yeah, but he's got a number of them, man. The Stalkers are here as well.
Well, without the range, it's like the amount of clicking you have to do, it almost doesn't even make sense. And the Mutas can just catch you. All they have to do is turn once, then you go back towards them, and they turn around and they catch you.
Yeah.
Like, you do need the Phoenix range to really counter this many Mutas.
So many more Mutas
them.
coming here. Is this the end for our hero Creator? Are we going to go to game 3? It feels like it. Yeah. I got a weird build order decision here from Creator. It's like...
Yeah, the charge... Like
I mean, that being said, he did scout and Creator did hide the Spire in the very bottom right.
Yeah, that was a very good move.
So that probably won the game more than simply going for Mutalisks.
Yeah. If you see it, then obviously you're going to fix your composition a little bit. But as is, he is getting Phoenix range, but again, it's too little too late. You're incrementing out 1 Phoenix at a time. Like, the damage is being dealt right now.
Well, that was a lot of damage on those Mutas there.
Yeah.
Is there any chance that he can try to push from here? And he did take out that 6 o'clock base. So
yeah,
that's
good
pretty
kill.
big.
Good kill.
Well, the problem is like, now that he's stuck with the Mutas for so long, it's kind of like you don't have an out. You know?
Well, it's not that many Phoenixes, right? And the Stalkers don't have Blink.
No.
Like, yeah,
I'm surprised
they
they're
can
not even
mute against
upgrading
this.
that. But the thing is, Artosis, if he just kills off like 1 or 2 more bases, this is a Zerg on 2 bases.
Yeah, yeah.
Literally.
No, you're right. Maybe there is
there are now, it seems like, enough Phoenixes that you can kind of thwart this. Dude, I think that actually Creator is going to barely win this game.
Might be right.
Barely.
Well, he's picking off the hatches. Huge moment for him.
Yeah, the mutas are very low in count, and it seems like now the Phoenixes are almost high enough in number that he can basically chase them.
The lanes are kind of all over the place. Does he have some sort of potential here to win a base trade? I don't think so, because he's down to just basically his natural and main base. And I don't think he added mass sunks either. Sometimes in these types of situations, you just add a bunch of spines up the ramp, but nope, that's going to be it. Creator takes on Solar 2-0. Solar's still stuck in those lower rounds, and Creator moves forward. Solid night from him.
Solid night, man. I'm kind of stunned that that's the way that went down. You guys almost got to watch in real time with Artosis, and are like, oh, I guess actually, like the mutas are doing so much damage, but it's just
when he killed the 4 Phoenixes.
Yeah.
And then we see Phoenix range start. I'm like, I don't know about that. That did not feel like a good moment for Creator. But,
yeah, I agree.
You know, you're right. He killed that 6 o'clock base during all of that and was able to rally back. So good on him.
Okay, guys. Well, Creator is the final survivor. Our GSL finalist may have another shot to get to our finals again here because he's gone on to the round of 10. Yeah, we're going to go to an interview now. Andy's going to translate. Gary's going to interview like usual. And then it's back to us.
네, 마지막
Creator defeats Solar 2-0 and he catches the last train to the round 10.
축하드립니다.
Congratulations, Creator. Thank you.
올해 GSL과 슈퍼 토너먼트에서 계속해서
And this year, Creator, you've been showing great performance in the Super Tournament in the regular season of GSL. So how do you feel moving on? First of all, I'm not feeling too happy because I won against my good friend Solar. But at the same time, I did want to move on to round 10. I knew it's not going to be easy. But you know, now that I move on, I'm really happy. So 2 consecutive round of 10 advancement, Creator. So Creator, you're showing a completely different side of yours these days.
아슬아슬하게 링 올인을
So Creator, you were able to defend the Zergling all-in. And then you were able to defend with the oracles. And the second oracle was catching up the enemy drones. And I think this is a very good decision to make. So what was the background behind this decision making? Well, as I was doing this, the Zergs were very good at late game, and I wanted and then I asked DRG personally to help me with the scrim, and I told him to play 3 games using this strategy, the Zergling all-in. And I think scrimming with DRG really helped me with this matchup. Oh, sore preparation there, Creator. And Creator, I was watching the skirmishes today, and at the same time, you were demolishing the base at the 6 o'clock with the Archons.
저는 좀 충격이었어요. 뮤탈이 한 2줄 정도 날라가길래.
Well, it was quite shocking to me because I saw like 2 armies of Mutalisks approaching me, and I was not expecting that. And then you know I pondered what to do about it.
피해를 안 주면 그 뮤탈 한 3-4줄 막 30마리 모이면서 그냥
And I knew that if I don't damage the Mutalisks, more Mutalisks will amount and they hurt me severely.
요인이 됐던 것 같아요.
And then I think that was why I decided to do that at the 6 o'clock. Well, they show very good game sense of yours, Creator. Alright, let's talk about the winners match. So Creator, you ended up bashing your keyboard again, and then you were not feeling too happy after losing to Maru. It feels like you were infuriated. Is that right?
오기 전에 좀 만약에 지더라도
Well, before coming here, my mindset was to enjoy the game, even if I lose.
막상 승자전
Well,
가니까 욕심이
after
나더라고요.
actually going to the winners match,
최종전에
I was quite greedy for the win.
탈락했던 기억이 너무 제 머릿속에 남아 있어서 아 여기서 못 이기면
So you know, my mindset changed to I need to win no matter what. And then after losing 2-0, I think my inner rage definitely exploded there.
2011년 데뷔 이후
So last season, Creator, after 10 years of StarCraft 2 career, you made it to the grand finals of GSL. So how was that experience for you?
진짜 아직도 꿈만 같고요.
Well, it feels like a dream come true. And just thinking about that time, even if I have any bad memories or sad memories, when I think about the grand finals, you know, it just refreshes my mind.
하게 생각하거든요. 그래서 네. 그냥 좋은 추억이고 앞으로
So I wanted to
잘하겠습니다.
remain as a good
예선을
memory,
안 거치고
and hopefully I
올라온
can move on to
것도
more
이번
finals in
시즌
the future.
처음이었는데 이건 또 어떤 느낌이었을까요?
그냥 뭐 진짜 일상생활 하면서 핸드폰으로 이제 결과만 보고 있었거든요. 그런
You know,
재미를
I've been
처음
watching.
느껴보니까 진짜
I've been watching the group
재밌더라고요.
results these days on my phone, and the players have been performing really well.
누가 좀 아쉽더라. 그리고 또 성주랑 병렬이 형 기분을 제대로 한번
So I
느껴봤어요.
can definitely feel how Maru and Rogue
사실
felt.
시즌 1 때 다크호스로 이렇게 주목도 받고
So in season
결승전
1,
때
creator, you were
얼굴도
named the
대문짝만하게
dark horse of
나오고
GSL.
다시 한번 결승 가고 싶으시겠어요.
So you really want to move on to the finals again, right?
하고 나서
Yes, after my runner-up
그런
win,
생각 굉장히
after my
많이 했어요.
runner-up last
제가
season,
우승을 하면은 진짜 얼마나 기쁠까 이런 생각을
I was thinking
진짜 100번
how
넘게
happy
했어요.
I would be if I win in the
딱히 막
finals.
지금 당장으로서 제가 뭐 무조건 갈 수 있다 이런 건
And
아니거든요.
it doesn't feel like I can win the whole GSL right now.
결승 운도 많이 줘야
But in
되고,
order to go to the finals, you have to have luck.
운이 많이 줘야 될 것
And
같아요.
luck is very instrumental, I gotta say.
질문인데
Alright, this is a question I wanted to
너무
ask
궁금해서.
personally. I'm just
경기하실
really
때
curious.
중얼거리시잖아요.
You know, creator, you
자기
tend to like kind of
자신한테
like
하는
mumble
그런
to
명령
yourself
같은 걸까요?
while playing the game. So what is that about?
네, 사실 그게 맞고요. 자문자답이고요. 이 상황에서 어떻게 할래 현우야?
You know, I
그러니까
try to
이러면서
ask myself, what are you gonna do, creator? What are you gonna do? Try to do
뇌가
at this
안 굳게
position,
그냥
at this juncture.
계속 말하면서 그거를 다시 한번
So I just keep talking to myself during the game. I try to self-reflect simultaneously. It might seem really weird on camera, but I think just my playstyle.
인터뷰 때마다 고마운 분들 언급도 많이
Every time in the
하시는데요.
interview, you always mention who you're grateful to and who you're thankful to. So before you go, anything you want to say? Any shout-outs?
일단 응원해주시는 그 가족분들하고
First of all, I want to say thanks to my family, my script partners, and my fans. Sincere
또
thanks to them.
어떻게 어렵게 이렇게 10강에 왔는데
I have made it to the round of 10. It's been an
저번
arduous
시즌에
journey.
어떻게 보면 제가 봐도 반짝이었거든요.
So last season, I think it could have been a fluke for me, but I don't want it to be a fluke. I want this to carry on. So please continue to root for me, and I'll try to play better next time.
알겠습니다. 다시 한번 10강
Right, once again,
마지막
congratulations,
킬수가
creator,
장현우 선수
on making it to the round of 10.
축하드립니다.
Thank you.
Thank you,
네,
Andy.
반짝이 되고 싶지 않다는
all right, great
장현우
show today.
선수까지 만나봤는데요.
That's it
이로써
for Group B,
완성
guys, and that's it for the round of 20.
That's right. We have our final 10 competitors tonight. Joining them, Maru and Creator, another Terran and Protoss player.
Right.
We should be showing the overall round of 10 players here in a moment. Definitely, like you've mentioned a couple times, a lot of upsets this season. Rogue and Trap not making it. But look at that golden ratio. David Kim.
David Kim does it again, Artosis.
3-3-4, man. Amazing.
And I think the 3 Zergs and 3, the 3 Protoss is 3 Terrans definitely going to give hope to the race.
I mean,
but of course, it's probably going to be a Zerg in the finals, man.
I tell you what, Tasteless, like Hero Creator, this is a couple amazing Protosses out there. We'll see how Zound does.
Yeah.
That's the 3 best Terrans right there as well.
And I'll tell you what, the Zergs are not as strong as they could be.
It's a weaker line than normal because
Yeah.
Rogue is missing. You're right, but Sue is back, and that's exciting.
But I'll tell you what, man, if Dark loses in some kind of an upset,
yeah,
we might have a Terran, or Terran Protoss or Protoss finals. We don't get
no
a lot
Zerg
of those.
in the finals?
That's possible. Possible, Artosis.
It's possible, you say.
Yes.
When's the last time?
Well, sometime in the Jurassic era of StarCraft 2.
Yeah. All right.
So here's our schedule now, guys. Wait. Oh, I see what they did. Okay. So that's just July and then the end of
Yeah,
June.
a week. Oh, they actually changed the schedule and did not.
Tell us. All right.
That's wonderful.
That's
okay.
good. So we have Group A and Group B here on the 27th and the 28th, Monday and Tuesday. And then, of course, DreamHack Valencia is going to be on. And then it is, well, you guys can see it right there.
Yeah, we'll be all done season 2 on the 28th.
That's right.
Really excited to see who goes there.
Yeah, it's going to be...
I need a Maru finals, man. It's been too long.
Yeah, I would welcome that, man. And maybe we're going to give out that G5L trophy that's just collecting dust.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Soon there's going to be more G5L trophies than regular trophies.
I know.
Between him and Rogue.
That's right. We gotta have a G6L. Doesn't work though.
No,
it'd be a 6SL. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. And then GS7. I wonder if we'll ever make it that far. Imagine if Maru wins a GS7 before he goes to the military.
We could, man. Who knows? There's plenty more seasons still to come. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Again, no GSL this Thursday.
That's right.
So,
But Monday, Tuesday, we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Yeah,
that's right. And then, of course, DreamHack's coming up. So it's going to be a little bit of time off from us, but we'll be streaming as usual. I don't know. I got nothing else to say.
No, that's about it, man. An interesting day. We had a few very good games, I think. Some questionable
weird
games.
ones, yeah.
There were some interesting ones in there, though.
Yeah.
And overall, I think I like the round of 10. It's pretty good.
And I like that Rogue's
Zerg
gone,
round,
honestly.
You like that Rogue's gone?
Yeah, I think it's going to make for an interesting...
I hate seeing the best players. That's me personally.
Yeah. Well, change is good, man. It's welcome, you know. And I feel like every time we get Rogue and he's in a finals, he just crushes so hard.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
Creator
does
probably
ruin
put up
finals.
the best fight, but Rogue doesn't always make for good finals. He seems untouchable.
He makes bad finals.
Anyways, this next finals is going to be even better. That's all the time we have, guys. We love you. Take care, and we will see you in a week. Bye-bye.
#2022 GSL Season 2.